We about to get it kicking here in a minute, y'all. Just hold on. Damn, Rhonda, where you go, beloved? Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Couple more minutes, y'all. Yo, so what's cracking, everybody? What's cracking? Oh man, I gotta put my face up. It's what I do. You know what I mean? So y'all can see that I'm just like chilling right now. It's kind of slow, everything. Laptop, the computer, and everything. I was actually going through the books I got here. I'm gonna share with you guys the books I have. I don't have great expectations of anything. I never have really. But I do believe that we're dealing with a system of inconsistent consistency, a consistency of inconsistence. Okay. So I just wanted to go ahead and share some of the books I got today, some for those who haven't seen it. And for those who come in, hey, Rhonda, where'd you go, bro? You good? Yeah, I'll make sure everything's good with Ron. He might be sharing it. He might be setting to record it. I don't know. Because he was on. Listen up. Make sure he's okay. Okay. Yeah, what happened, man? Oh, you downloaded Chrome? Are you on still? You see you still on? Okay. Okay, bet. All right, bro. All right, one. Yeah, he download Chrome, I guess update or something like that, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all some of the books. And those coming later, they can always check it again, whatever. So it's 12 books right here. There might be two more over there, but I just grabbed the ones that I stacked up. So we have Giants on Ancient Earth, an in-depth study on the Nephilim. Now you know I got right over here the Torah, the Book of Enoch, um, the Zonderberg, and another one. It's a stack of them over here, okay? And we have the Left Behind. Now I read that. I actually took me like a week and a half to read a couple other books to read that. It's pretty interesting. So here it is right here. Okay, here's one. Remember, I don't have it. Do I have it co-witnessing? Let me make sure I have it co-witnessing, guys. All right. Yeah, excuse me, guys. I thought I had set it up. Here we go. So now we're remembering. Okay, now we're remembering. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Stop. Why you got your head out the door, dude? Ow. Anyway, so that's Uno. There's Agents of Repression. I know I shared some of these. This is the FBI secret war against the Black Panther Party and American Indian movement. Now, what's comical about this, and we're talking about Ward Churchill and Jim Vanderbilt, well, is that the civil rights movement is an Indian Civil Rights Act. It's nobody else. It's not the Mongols or anybody. I had this one Navajo trying to argue with me. I was like, nigga, you ain't got nothing to do with nothing. After, the motherfucker that was standing, the individual, excuse my language, the individual that was standing there, excuse my language, that was standing there, that had nothing to do with the Civil Rights Act. Because I've seen the actual Civil Rights Act, and it is, you have to be a nation. You have to be with a tribe and a nation in order to even have counsel with the president. And when King went there with all the individuals that he went with, they were recognized as the indigenous peoples. And it doesn't matter what people feel or whatever. I don't care about people's feelings. It's just like their beliefs. It's fiction. But I actually skimmed through it, so I'm really going to get deep into reading that. Then we have another book to go with my Tartarian collection. This is the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Tartan, a complete history and visual guide to over 400 famous tartans. Okay, that's going to be interesting. I'm attempting to figure out how to put that or have it coalesce with the other books that I have, because I would like to read them all, but not so much the puzzle pieces. I would like to be able to go through a book, break down what I've studied, read certain parts of it, not to, because my knowledge in that period in time is very, very, I'm gifted with it, but I want to be able to deliver it in a way that most people obscure with race, ethnicity, all this fake identity process. Tarvey had nothing to do with that. But this is because people live in a delusional state. Somebody has to bring another, you know what I mean, outlook to it. Now, the day approaching, and this is an Israeli's message of warning and hope for the last days. Now, this is my Amir Sarfati, right? I skimmed through it. I have to really read it, because this way they talk fast. It's the same way they allude to things, because they could be very condescending, because that they're not the true Judeans. But regardless of that, he may be of Shemitic blood somewhere in his past. The thing is, when you read books like this, I would avoid any of you actually purchasing it. I'm not trying to beat his pocket or something like that, their pocket. But you really need to have a deeper understanding when it comes to stuff like this. I've read thousands upon thousands of books, y'all. I can't even count. Still, you know what I mean? Like tens and tens of thousands of books, y'all. Like, seriously. And people would say, "Isn't that an overload?" No, it brings you to another level. And I'm aware of a lot of lies, but I'm also aware of so many truths and in so many misdirections that aren't lies, but misdirections. But so far, skimming through it, I'm pretty impressed. And we will definitely get to that when we get to reading the Apocryphy. Look and read the Book of Enoch, the Book of Giants. We still got like 12 of them books to go through. Now, this is Rarum and Olam. This is Leave the World Behind. Whew. only read, besides acknowledgments. Um, this one, he gets right into it. Love goes on like birdsong as soon as possible after a bomb. Bill Callahan, Angela, right? So it gets right into the grit of it. It really just gets right into it. So I had to put it down. You get what I'm saying? This one is pretty interesting. I just looked at the front and the back, and I went to the middle just to see. So I know the first part's going to grab me. Books have to grab you, but Amir's, because I looked at some of the PDF stuff and got rid of them because it took too much space. Amir's Safari, right? This book right here has the tribulation begun, avoiding confusion and redeeming the time in these last days. Pretty interesting book, y'all. You know me, I've got to read the reviews and stuff, and I was like, well, we'll see. I can be their Cisco and ever. I can really knock something down, and I don't want to do that. You already know the book I'm going to destroy. But Timothy Alberino, Birthright, The Coming Post-Human Apocalypse, and the Usurpation of Adam's Dominion on Planet Earth. Now, when books like this come out, you got to be mindful and careful that, remember the agenda? Sometimes they write stuff because in hindsight, they need you to give energy to something. So people who are not, they feel like there's an obligation, obligatory to actually share this as verbatim. And that's when because people aren't healthy right now, mentally and physically. So I'm really going to do a real deep breakdown on this. And it's pretty interesting. The stuff I kind of like zipped through just to see what was eye grabbing. And then I stuck and hit a couple of paragraphs saying, man, it's got a religious decor to it. But we're gonna use it as a vestige of tools. This book, I'm gonna tear it apart. Okay, I'm going to tear it apart because I'm really getting tired of all these people talking astrology and gematria and all this other stuff. They're hinting on stuff, but yet they're still holding on to the world that was created and given to them, and ergo why we're in the situation and we're in. And most of them are too arrogant in their ignorance of their utopian belief that with their egos and everything that they've got it and they don't have it. Now, I like this one, Path of Souls, the Native American. Yeah, turn this down. Okay, my apologies for that, guys. Notifications are on. Anyway, this is the Native American Death Journey. When you think about Cygnus, Orion, the Milky Way, giant skeletons in mounds, and the Smithsonian. First of all, it's not the Milky Way. It's called we have different stories for the dragon, the comet, and the comet and the long tail or the dragon's tail. As far as we're concerned, when we attempted to destroy that which was on the moon, how many of y'all believe the moon is I got you, Rhonda. I got you, beloved. The moon, those craters up there, how many of y'all believe that that's from meteorite showers? Every time I hit one of these guys, they crack me up. In my opinion, so if you know what impact craters look like, Google some up. They can't hide that and lie about it. And I'm talking about fresh ones. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. This is by Gregory Little, and forward and afterwards by Andrew Collins. It's an interesting read so far. Yeah, I know. How does he read? So I just do. Nah, Bekle Tepe, Genesis of the Gods, the Temple of the Watchers, and Discovery of Eden. So this is going to go with a couple of Apocrypha. I want to get everything just right. The Temple of the Watchers and the Discovery of Eden. As far as the Apocrypha and a few other books and a few that's over there, I really want to get this in tune with those because, as you can see, I have, I go to sleep with it on my chest. I have been reading some of this, looking at some of the old world. Egypt was a period, but it's very informative. Okay, very informative. Okay, so it's going to be a very interesting read. Books I just received today, some of these are books I've received since last Wednesday or Thursday. The Genesis 6 Conspiracy: How Secret Societies and the Descendants of Giants Plan to Enslave Humankind, by Gary Wayne. This one's going to rock your world. I bought this one. This, I'm highlighting stuff in here while tabbing. Oh my goodness. Oh. And reading that, I'm going to definitely read the complete 54-book Apocrypha. This is the 2022 edition. Now, you know I have other ones that I have that, so we can cross-reference. But with the Deuteronomicon 1 through 3, Enoch, Giants, Joshua, Jubilees, Pseudepigraphia, and the Apostle Fathers. The Apostle Fathers. And this is the literal standard version. All right, so this is the LSB. So, yeah. While I was sitting in there, that's why I almost went to sleep. God dog, man. Wow. Don't come tell me you're a Christian or you're a Muslim and you haven't even, no, I don't even want to hear it. So with those being said, not to knock people's beliefs, with those being said, I'm still waiting on plenty more. A little warm water unlimited. And I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Now, I wanted to be open today, right? Hey, T, I got you, brother. I just saw you, bro. All right, what's going on? Welcome, tribe. Welcome, everybody. All right, Original Lone Wolf. What's up? Much love, brother. Marcus Williams. We got Rondo and T. What's going on, beloved? I got my baby girl Snoo in the house. I know it's late, baby, but it's all good. T. Hans, yeah, we got you, all right. And y'all know that's Rondo's channel, Delusion of Humanity. I like how he's laying it out, how he's putting it together. James B., what's going on, brother? So I know some of you may have watched it because I shared it. It was interesting with the football player, Shay. Anyway, and it had Cat Williams. And but what I wanted to get into was specifics. More and more people are coming to the realization, or they've known, even though the media dismisses it because the media is part of the problem. That these idiots in California, there's a lot of Luciferian Satanists. I don't like when you use the word Luciferians because these are knuckleheads. And there's a lot of religious zealots, and they're easily swayed over into that department. People are starting to realize that the music industry, well, you got to think about Clive Davis and Werner and all those guys. Those are the fake Jews that perverted the whole industry, who got billions, got rich, totally rich off of our music, and utilize our own people to be further betrayed. Because you got to remember institutionalization. If you know people like I know, many I know that were locked up. Some of them, like I remember a couple of guys I know got locked up, and they came out like they were right off the back. I gotta go find me a dude. Like, what? He was gone for 10 years. You want to go what? Yeah, man. You know, hey, look, man. I'm like, I don't know what they put in that food in the prison, whatever. But some of these guys are real big, you know, working out at the gym, and their security. Some of them go on flights with these individuals, and the stories I've heard always made me go, say to myself, how did we go down this rabbit hole? Well, you have a lot of, I don't like using terms boule, it's real. I don't like using terms of Mason. These are perversions. And I know there are some people who come over here and they're part of that. But when you think about everything that's going on and you realize that most people have given in and partook in things, these people with the New World Order, they don't want them. They don't care about them. But then you think about Jay-Z, right? And the fact, the Spirit with Amovia Brovovich, whatever her name is, Spirit cooking the video with her. The stories going on right now, coming more out about him doing the P. Diddy Puffy, stuff with inviting men to dinner and stuff. When they're like, nah, just give me the 5,000. His wife, Beyonce, the further delusions, the fact that it's even mentioned that she don't even have mirrors in the house. When you think about Jimi Hendrix, mirrors in every room, because There is, when you give energy into these particular things, that sell your soul thing, to them it's real. They manifest because they're allowed to see something. There are things that people don't know about in this world. In this world. And remember what I was saying about the term elite. These individuals want to be elite in the dead community, the black community. Every time I think about Whitney Houston, and when I went to our church, we used to visit our church in Newark, between East Orange and Newark, New Jersey, and she was always in the girls. So to look at her autopsy and see the scarring and bruises and how she was, the actual, I saw the picture, y'all, of her in the tub, like she was drowned. The two men that went in there, and how the California police, a lot of them are Satanists and pedophiles and homosexuals. I don't care how you feel. Some of you live there and you know this. They are perverse. They are gone. There was a story that came out about 10 years ago on YouTube about this good old boy who was driving down the road and he saw this naked girl run out, with a little blood on her. And he pulls over. Now, this is a hip loaded and everything. So he goes to see what's going on, and she's pointing into the woods, and she's telling him, all this weird stuff. So he gets his handgun, make sure it's fully loaded, and he goes out there. And so this way, but this information, I want y'all to see if you can research it. He goes out there, and there's all these people with masks, and they're naked, and it's funky, and there's blood, and they're orgying and all this stuff. They attempt to rally him because they all in this satanic stuff, and she was supposed to be a sexual a blood sacrifice. And he shoots a few of them, and come to find out, he shoots a couple of FBI agents and cops. And they get up out of there, and he gets the girl and get going. Now, I don't know, because I've been doing my best to find out what has happened to him, and it's like, it's hard for me to find information right now. The guy's name, I had it all. It's on my last phone. And this stuff is common. Some of you actually seen that picture, and this is speculatory with Lady Gaga and Amira Abramovich, whatever her name is, right? Out there with that gay black model, the one that ended up dead. And they said that they had nothing to do with it. Remember, his organs of stuff were moving. He had the ash. He looked like he was kind of scared around that tree with his hands. And he's supposed to be modeling. You got to remember that who is in control of media? Who is in control of the narrative and writing the stories? This is something that we got to contest with, because right now in Florida, in Virginia, you have people coming up missing and dead. You know what I'm saying? Organs missing, just the weirdest stuff. You think about Mexico, right? When that pale skin guy, student, was down there and went missing, and they caught them guys weirdly, where they had sacrificed him, chopped them up and all that, boiled the which go down for the fat and all that in this abandoned place. This goes on a regular, and now you have that list with, I forget how many people's names on it, but you got Chris Tucker on there. You have a lot of individuals on there. Now, I saw the list like a couple of years ago, so I don't get why people act like it's just not coming out. And it has more names. You got Bill Clinton. I mean, he damn near lived there for a minute. This is not speculation. They're doing this because there's another play. And that's why I've been kind of going hard at y'all, because it's going to get rolled back. You dig what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people who have accepted the evil, the Jannah, because of what they've been through. Family members dead, executed, innocent people locked up. You see the sister right now? I had to hit a couple of melanated individuals on Instagram. One's an ex-cop. He's out there training people how to shoot. And he's all these goofy brothers on there talking about, yeah, it was a clean kill because she calls the cops, but she's got a knife. Hold on. The whole dynamic of understanding a situation She was threatening him, but she wasn't going to cut him. The police came. If that was the case, she would have never called the police. But to hear how incompetent so many brothers, whether pale or dark, are, it's beyond me when they get a little badge in a costume, when some people want to be recognized to be, yeah, blue, blah, blah, when there's no such thing as no blue damn lives and all this black lives and all this nonsense. But we're dealing with a world that has become borderline social, narcissistic sociopaths. And I saw how that cop, that punk costume character was the shooter and how many times he pulled the trigger. She wasn't going to stab this guy. She advanced to let him know, yeah, believing that this cop was going to be like, because this guy was beating him as his daughter. Her daughter. Oh, excuse me. These monkeys look, have any of y'all looked at how they've been marrying, the cops been marrying each other? Because they can't even keep a normal relation. They're the highest divorce rate of abuse and everything else, but they're still on the police department. Do you get what's going on? Now, those are a few things. And so the topic is, how do y'all see humanity? What is your perception of everything going on, especially on our ancestral soil? And what are you doing, not to convince yourself, but what are you doing to be able to pull an empty, but be able to acquiesce and see everything as it is, to be able to address it without becoming so emotionally bound and with so many frothing feelings that you can extrapolate on it in a way that's more conducive and more meaningful and more beneficial. You get what I'm saying? You can see where I'm going with it? I would just still like to hear from all of you, and you can come on and share your opinion. You can leave, whatever. I would really, really appreciate that. And this is a shared thing. I want to see where people's heads are after this time that y'all been following the channel and then listening to me. And as far as even your commenting about certain things, everybody has a voice. There is nobody who should be embarrassed or ashamed. Nobody's wrong. And it's not about being right. It's about growth. The beautiful thing about growth, when you go into a martial arts school or a boxing school, you got to learn how to throw that jab. You got to learn how to get that ankle and get that body to get that full jab, but keep your body squared. You got to know when you're being peekaboo how to actually protect yourself still. And when you that front kick, not everybody's going to do it the same, because everybody's hip flexors move different. Everybody's bone density is a little lighter or heavier. Everybody's shape different. It's going to take some months, if not years, because I remember I used to throw 1,000 kicks a week and count them, and sometimes a little more, just so I could have that front kick where I wouldn't telepath it. Y'all know I was saying something earlier, but it's the telepath. You want to be able to do something, and it's not just the ferocity of it, but it is what have you learned how your body moves. The same thing with your mind. Can you all actually pull it empty, be able to address things, see all the stuff that's going on without becoming too convoluted with so much information? You know what I'm saying? Because some things is too much for some people. You have to take, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You get there. Time and patience, the two most powerful weapons. Remember, be mindful of that. So I would just like to get some of y'all's your take on some of this. And we have Rondo and we have Timonius Hines on here. Love our brothers. Tribe is strong. And I would love to hear what y'all got to say. I really, really would love to hear what y'all got to say. And anybody else, I'll go ahead and put the which call in here. You can welcome, come on. I paid for this. So please do not waste it. Come on in. Share your thoughts. Like I said, speak how you speak. Hey, Devin DeMar, what's going on, beloved? Snoop, what was that? Let me scroll up and see everybody came in. I want to be able to address and say hi to everybody. You got Marcus William already, right? We're the Lone Wolf. Pop PD, what's going on, beloved? All right, so Clive Davis is a piece of crap, just like Quincy Jones. They're best friends. Remember, he was married. Clive Davis, he always been whatever he is, For all we know, Jennifer Hudson and Whitney Houston now spirit possession. Jennifer Hudson, y'all. Yeah, I was actually going to address that too. But there's so many, DMX. DMX was not using coke. And that time when he said with Noriega doing the Drink Champs, I was like, you know what? Some of them people in his entourage weren't actually on his side. And this is the misalignment we got to be careful of. They got him. They got our boy D, because he was square business. He had his weight up. There was no slipping. He wasn't messing with no prostitutes and none of that. He should have came back over here in Arizona and stayed. I remember I sent him a message. You cannot depend on these fractured police. Of course, we know that, baby. It's good to have you in here, though. That's what I need, y'all. Kiramia, aha, what's going on, beloved? So, people, you're welcome to come and give your synapses. I really appreciate it. And there's a lot more. I hate politics, but we can address that too, because that plays a lot, and that's all over the world. They are all bound together. They are all bound together, whether it be the secret societies and everything. They're duplicitous. You get where I'm coming from? And I would love to hear y'all's take. So anybody want to chime in, please do. Mr. C, what's up, beloved? So don't wait on me. Y'all can hit your mics off. Turn them up.
How y'all doing tonight?
My fault. I'm standing here talking.
I'll say, how y'all doing tonight?
Rondo, what's going on, beloved? Ganja water.
What up? Something I do to get away from these people. I separate myself. I live in a small area. There's not too many people around.
I'll be there. Goddamn, I'll be there. I'm waiting for Snoo to come. I'm gonna bring her there with me. I'm sure we're gonna build this goddamn house, but I gotta get that Jersey bloodline back in her fighting like a motherfucker. But that's my baby girl. She's a nurse too, like me. So, but go ahead, brother. My apologies.
I do the grounding, as you say, and the other steps that you showed me the last time I was up there. I've been outside doing that. It's important. I hope everybody's going outside doing that, especially with the way they spray and stuff like that. And I just try to stay away from like huge populations of people, because all the propaganda and stuff that they're putting out there. So I try to limit my interaction with most people. If they have that dead look in their eye, like they're just on autopilot, I try to avoid those kind of people. And that's what I do. You can go ahead, T.I.
What's good? What's good with everybody?
Yo, Tig, what's going on, beloved?
Yeah. Well, I see it like it seems like it's like how you always say everybody just stuck in they they condition and everything like that. And how the world is right now is just, everybody it's just like chaos. But for the most part, I try to share all that I learned, like truths, everything, like kind of like what you've been teaching us and stuff. And stuff I pick up along the way, letting people know, like, you more than just what you was learning in school and everything like that. We got it's a lot of, it's deeper to ourselves than just the basics of what we think or believe and everything like that. And what our parents and stuff taught us is like, I just look at it like that. I just like to always it's like I'm finding like trying to look for an answer to questions, stuff that's not making sense, and so I try to look for it and then try to make sense of it, critical thinking.
Okay. Well, let me ask y'all this, because it's good to say critical thinking. And Rondo, I know where you stand, but you have a lot more to say. I really want y'all to address with everybody that's been missing. And y'all remember that one actor, I have his name here, who was talking about star whackers. And you remember the first thing people did in Hollywood, because all of them are part of that, okay? Excuse me. They wanted to deny him because his brother, this individual, I'm talking about Randy Quaid, right? And Dennis Quaid stayed in because Dennis Quaid is part of the perversion. For those who aren't aware, Randy Quaid and his wife, I don't know where they're at right now. I didn't follow. I stopped following like a few years ago when the fake demo came on. Because of my background, and Snoo, the Big Jersey's in here, a few people know, and there's some of you from California and Texas, you hear and everything that know, and Ohio, Chicago, Louisiana, wherever you may be at. But because of my background, there's a reality to it. Just not because I'm ex-military, and some of you are as well on the panel and within the chat. Y'all know that y'all have come across some weird stuff. Now, I want to stay on this. Whitney Houston, this is an example. How many of y'all ever said, I want to see what the autopsy is and what, the doctors who performed the autopsy, what they had to say? Not the come in, because that's what the system do. They bring people who had actually nothing, but they review something and they oblivious to the reality and they put something out there because, $10,000 or $100,000 can go a long way. I want to know not how you feel. I want to know your take. Because we've had the Gilly's son. And then he signed the contract for how many? 100 million. And then Beanie Siegel, remember he got out of the game. He got devoted to Islam. And then he goes right back into rap because they start doing something. They didn't care about the religion out of Philly, right? And Beanie Siegel went up there and claimed Gilly's clock. You see what I'm saying? I want to know, what are y'all's perception? Did you ever look at these things, the autopsies, no matter who it is? Because it's a lot of people. All right. It's not just the booty hole bandits, in medicine, these men get held down. The panda eyes is a real thing. I've seen a video, because I've seen quite a few of them in Mexico when they raped this dude before him and his eyes. Y'all know the videos, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't go looking for the videos. It's for those who don't have a strong stomach, ain't used to smell the stench of death and seeing the body way out of its position. Don't go looking for it. I don't advise that. But I watched that video about 4 times, and I saw my eyes are shallow. I mean, my eyes, I can squeeze them, but I got very Asiatic by the narrative eyes, but they're shallow. And I watched his eyes. He had very tiny, almost like a chino. His eyes came out. I mean, when them guys each taking turns in out, and in medicine, there is this fit in this, because it's fissures, you get tears and all that. But there's this spot in there, but the prostate, there was no pleasure in that for him, because most of these guys that go to these parties that I've been to, taking drugs to, smelling butt and all that weird stuff. I ain't going to no rooms. I was in there to drop the stuff off, grab a few thousand and get gone. And, when they need me to re-up, and that's what, I want to know what it is, because it's a sick world, guys. Because a lot of these videos are snuff videos, and the autopsies speak volumes. And if you've never seen it, but you only heard, you would never hear all the details. But with Whitney Houston, Hudson, all these individuals over the last 8 years, or even 12 years, what is your take? Michael Jackson, Prince. Some people believe they're still here. I'm here to tell you they're not. I've seen the real. I know Hollywood's good at makeup and stuff, but I want to know deep inside, what is the reality that's come to you? What have you researched? Or did you just, it's not me. I got to work. I ain't got time to, you know what I'm saying? I want to know, what is your perception on all of it? And it alludes to the fact of where we're at now, because everything's coming out. It's actually been out, but it's coming out so, you know what I mean? That I believe this is it. What is y'all's take, man? Did y'all research this stuff? Did you really just ever sit there and go, you know what I mean? Please, Rondo, please.
I never really thought about looking at the autopsies before, but me being only 32 and having TV my whole life, they really tell you on TV or on radio. They tell you they'll make it into a fictional movie, or some people they'll ruin their character and stuff like that. And then you go and you pay attention to what they're talking to. People like Cat Williams, anybody who was famous at first, and then they started dwindling off. But then if you go on the internet, you'll find them talking about stuff that they experienced, like Orlando Brown does. So I'm like, they tell you. I don't know. It's like you said, people put their head in the sand because they know if you know about it, you're gonna feel that you have to do something about it. And most people don't want that responsibility. They're just worried about themselves and a harm that might come to them. That's
your take. Let me ask you about this. As far as politics, policies, because nobody's really abiding by the so-called laws. And the Constitution, if it's abided by the government, things would run flawlessly. So we know there's an infiltration. We know Kennedy was taken out because of that. We know the Babushka woman was a Rothschild. A Rockefeller, excuse me. She was a sister. We know that we're in a deplorable state. Okay, the world. We don't want to give it energy, but the reality. With all the sacrifices, because that's what they are. Anybody that studies Moloch or these different things and what's required or requested, I need y'all to really, because I haven't been talking about this stuff just to have emptiness. I really need y'all to acquiesce the better part of you to have a consistent narrative of being able to recognize the things that are laid out before you. So you know the sacrifices are real. They are. How many of y'all have ever looked into the Burning Man? Moloch, what's required, whether youthful or old, the wisdom that's supposed to be taken from them, given to the old wise vile owl, which is not the case, but I want to know your real take on the situation without, and I know you're being careful not to give some energy. I don't want no feelings behind it. The last thing we need is any feelings. I want you to be able to address this. And there's a method to the madness, y'all, and you should be able to hear this, see this. I want you to expand here and in here on the reality of the situation so other people can hear it and be able to take a piece of it. Not just the stuff that most people would say. I really want you to look at it and say, you know what? So-and-so just passed away. And, you know, looking at the way everything's lined up. Because, see, they need more and more energy. Or have they received enough? And there are some people walking around who aren't like us people. Brothers and sisters, excuse me. They exist. There's something that exists here. Okay? So don't give it energy, but don't deny because you haven't come in touch. You dig what I'm saying? I need y'all to be able to, exasperated. I need you to be able to, right now, express other things that are going on in your head. Because there's more than that. You get what I'm doing? I could sit here, man, and I can pretty much lay out something. If you was recording it, you could write a book behind it. I'm not here to do that. I need you, because there is stuff being utilized to make people block stuff off, not see, deny, with plausibility. Like, I'm not sure. I hear it all the time. Over here, we talk a lot over here, guys. We lot of veterans, and there's some veterans because of their background, because they had to put some people down. There's confliction and confusion. We want to alleviate and free ourselves from this confusion and affliction. We want to be able to call things as they are, or we want to say based upon my opinion, or what I have come to hear, or what I've seen. When I addressed the thing about the guy in the cartel raping this dude, like, that blew my mind. I was like, and people get turned on watching videos. That's the sickest thing I've ever seen. But then how they did him afterwards. Holy smack. With the chains. So, listen, man, listen. It's not just happening there in the cartels. Before the cartels were a thing and the CIA and the Mossad and all that created that, we have been doing that long before them. You dig what I'm saying? It's not new. But the thing is, media, Hollywood, the government, they need fear. We need to get away from that. We need to be able to hold a conversation about all these things. We don't have to be a pale skin. We don't have to be this and a secret society. I need y'all because you're highly intelligent people. I need the fluidity to come through. This is not like any other podcast. Most people know, y'all know when I do a pod, I like to be able to go in on things. I picked up one of my Eric Snowdens and his old lady, right? He's walking to meet her, but I picked her up and he gets in. He's one out of several. And he is not the one, but his buddy was the one that showed me that I had thousands of views. And when I go to the video and he gives me a screenshot, he had to do some things. He worked for Facebook. And I'm like, but it's showing like 135. He's like, man, they messing with it. Do you get where I'm coming from? There is something going on that is very stringent. And me, I don't care. Like, whatever. You want to parlay in this corner? I have things. But, and y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. Did the 2 weeks thing, and I threw it around flagrantly because it's real. But I want to know I want to know, and I want people to see that everything that's been discussed and what has been addressed, excuse me, that there's purpose. Everybody has a purpose. I want to see if you're coming into it, if you can actually go deep without the foul language and all that stuff. We know there's a lot of bastard children. They weren't meant to be that way. Okay. We're dealing with a real world. I want y'all to be, I would love to see, not forget what I want. I would love to see y'all be able to address these things, all right, with commonality. You're ex-army, man. You've been there. You've been in Germany. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen the beautiful and you've seen the ugly. T, you know different, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Come on. And anybody else is welcome to come on and stop being a shadow or scared. You know, we can type all in here all we want. Come on here. You can turn the camera off and give your voice. That's what's wrong with the world. Song and dance. Song don't mean woo. Song is this. Your voice is a song that vibrates. It's a frequency. You get where I'm coming from? So I would like to hear more, because this goes I threw Whitney out there. That's an example. Okay, it's bigger than that. Do you believe that maybe they've gotten all the sacrifices they need? No, and they've got all the babies to make new Cabbage Patch and orphans? Or do they have all the people selected? Do y'all believe that everything they got and now they're building, and once they get done building, what do you think? Are they slowly going to get rid of the numbers of people? We know what the WHO, we know what Bill Gates said up on the stage. We know what all these individuals have stated live on TV. Okay? This is not about fear. Let fear for itself. This is about the Shana and the Hafa. I want to know, are you stepping and walking with the light? Or are you still allowing the darkness to evade? You know what I'm saying? To invade who you are. All right? Address the things, okay, that are, hey, in the house. All right. Address the things. What's going on, beloved? Address
What's
the
happening?
things that I think are beneficial to the reality without extrapolating so crazily. I really want to see people get to the root, because most of you have this. You are aware of many, many things. Don't bind your tongue, but be mindful, okay?
Okay. I do believe that the government works with what things we wouldn't consider us as, like, human, things that operate outside of our spectrum of vision, like physical vision, things we can't physically see.
Mm-hmm.
And I say I believe, but me, I kind of want to say I know, only because of some stuff I've experienced personally, and I posted some of them on my regular channel. So I'm aware of things that are out there that they told us growing up is fake. So when I hear people say things like lizard people like me take that seriously. While the majority of people I've ever even mentioned this to gave me the side eye, said I was crazy.
Mm.
So that's what led me to post the videos. I'm like, yo, tell me I'm crazy. I've seen things zip back and forth in the sky, show up night after night, do different things. I've shown that too. And I don't know if they have enough sacrifice or not, because I don't really know what their goals are, Besides, the only one I know for sure is trying to get rid of us, with all the attacks and stuff that they do. So
I just wanted to say something.
Yeah, oh, come on, man.
Like, I feel you, Rondo, when you're trying to stay away from people, you know what I mean? Because it's sometimes you feel alone in the world, bro, when you got all this knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And when you hear people talk, or when they're in their little circles about this and that, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to bite my tongue, and I tell them how I feel, you know what I mean? Because they ain't on it, bro. Everybody's dumbed down and stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, it's hard for me to hang out with people, bro. Like, that's just what I want to say about that. But the whole actor shit, like movies, I can't even watch movies without questioning it. You know what I'm saying? Like catching the little puzzle pieces and shit. You know what I mean? Like, excuse my language. That's why I waited a little bit to get on here, because I had to watch my mouth, bro. I got a mouth, but
We all
you know,
do, bro. Good point.
I question everything, bro. Question everything, man.
And you're right. You were out there in California, right? Oh, you're in Arizona.
No, I'm in Phoenix, bro.
You're in Phoenix. That's right. Phoenix. Phoenix. That's right. My apologies. That's right.
Yeah, I'm in the Bay. Yeah,
And here in Phoenix,
everybody. You're in the Bay. You.
That's what's up.
Definitely. Yeah.
Here in Phoenix, everybody from somewhere else. Excuse me, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off, but here in Phoenix, everybody from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? The Bay. I got a lot of Bay homies. You know what I mean? New Jersey, Newark, the Bricks. I got a lot of Brick homies. You know what I mean? So here in Phoenix, I've had a chance to meet up with people from different journeys all around the country. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just from being here, you know? So.
Yeah, every time I go to Phoenix, bro, it's like, look, man, I meet some people I know down there. Like when I used to go down there like several times a year, like especially when I lived on the res. Man, I every time I went there, I saw it get worse and worse. I thought it was already bad, you know what I'm saying? Like everywhere else, you know what I'm saying? But
man, I seen it. It was slow. It's just a mess now, bro. There's areas like that just got chaotic as shit. Excuse me, but yeah, it's getting crazy down here, man. It's getting crazy. That's why I'm trying to hit up Rondo. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go.
How do you feel? Hey, Ursula, how do you feel as far as the politics of things down there? Because we know that the cops are corrupt as in Phoenix, bro.
Well, you know, it's a red state. It's a red state, but you know, a lot of blues moving in.
We know it's a hijack. It don't matter what they say and what they do. We know it's a hijack. We know that they had to put the most narcissistic sociopaths, dictators in the positions.
For sure. You know, like Sheriff Joe, you know, motherfuckers like that. Excuse me, but
yeah. Well, you know, I watched the Red D. So yeah, man, I'm hip to all them knuckleheads, man.
You know, and I've been in the county out here. You know what I'm saying? The shit's like it's horrible conditions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not rehabilitation. You know what I mean? That's what the prison system's supposed to be, is rehabilitation. That's not what it is. You know what I mean? It's to make it worse. It's to make us fight against each other. You know what I'm saying?
I think rehabilitation was around like the 80s. It was a 70, 80 kind of run because of the war thing, all the veterans that were getting, you know what I mean? But then it didn't last long. And then they had the Scared Straight come around in the 90s. Remember that?
Remember that?
You know what I'm saying? And it still have the program and the boot
Dare, DARE, Dare and shit. You remember that?
Dare. Yeah. Please, you know. And you got the thing is, like you and everybody else, right? I researched all that. Who's backing it? Who's paying for it? And then you realize it's almost like an experiment. It's a study, right?
Yep. It's indoctrination.
But now, getting back to what we were stating, right? How do you feel about all this with the sacrifices? The opening up with so many celebrities who are not on the side of Epstein Islands, and because there's other ones other than Epstein. Trust me.
I think
and everything else. The
truth is coming out, bro. Like, look at Kanye. They can't get to him, bro, but I bet you they trying to. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's a lot of truth coming out, and a lot of these celebrities that are dying were saying something. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jackson, what was before he died, what was that song he was doing?
They don't care
about us. Yeah, that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't think about that, but you know, you got to be aware, but critical thinking comes into play with that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like you got to look at everything critical thinking, bro.
Right.
To speak on that Mike thing, I followed that a little bit, but it was crazy finding out more information about, you know, Mike, because, you know, he had what, the Beatles catalog, and he did Paul McCartney told, because I heard he was on the video set, and he told Paul McCartney, like, hey, I'm buying you guys, I got you guys catalog.
Yeah, he threw that in the face. Yeah.
Oh, he was mad. He was mad.
He was cold with that one. And then he was starting to expose Sony. And then you know, I think what he had publishing. He was over publishing, like music publishing and everything. So everybody could go through him pretty much. So
let's talk about Bill Cosby. You know what I mean? What happened with that? You know what I mean?
Oh
so
yeah,
You know, it's touchy, but
Yeah,
I was going to bring that up somewhere down the road because
You know,
when you think
yeah,
about
that's tough.
Clive Davis, Epstein, all these individuals were part of those parties. Why
Yeah,
did they
exactly.
drag on him? Because of what he was attempting to do. But now you see guys in the bad, billionaires in the sports, they wanted to quiet things down. But Bill Cosby, I believe he has a role to play in this.
Yeah.
Like instead of him murdering or giving, well, his son, but regardless of that, I believe the other part sometimes is I'll take the prison. I don't want to go in somebody's booty hole. I don't want nobody sucking me off or sucking somebody off. But that's a real thing, people. Trust me, I've seen it
It
like
is,
a
man.
mug. Well, anyway, let me ask you about this right
Sick
here.
individuals, bro. Sick individuals.
We know that when We Are the World came out in April 5th, 1985, what was going on? Well, 91 was Desert Storm, Desert Shield, right? And what else? And the cartels started becoming a real relevant thing.
In 85.
So what was We Are the World? Was that to
I was only 3
capitulate?
then, but
Okay. But I retired from the military in 96. But what I'm saying is, what do you think that song was put together? I think the radio disc jockey, Georgia radio disc jockey, I think it's Bob Wolf and Don Wolf and Don
Don Wolf.
Brisker. And Don Brisker, right? They're the ones that came up with it. Them singers didn't care because you got to look at some of those singers and what's been coming out about them.
Mm-hmm.
We are the world. We are the future. We are the ones, Bob. Hang and run and they. So let's start again. What were they attempting to do? They were attempting to what?
And I don't know, bro. Indoctrinate and turn the other cheek type attitude. You know what I mean?
They were attempting to calm people. We just had a war that we all
Turn the
thought we
cheek.
were victorious about. It was setting up the stage for more things.
Mhm.
It was a place we weren't supposed to be. So what do they always do? They have to what? What do they have to do to the people? They have to give them a false sense of hope, a false place of existence, the greatest country, the most powerful country. And when I was telling people back then, I was like, the banks and everybody, all these fake Jews, they can cripple everything overnight. What are y'all talking about? Man, we bad, man. We got the M1 tank now, and we ain't riding around in little Shermans. I said, that don't mean nothing. I think I give that to everybody. And what are we dealing with? They put a damn, pacify people, bro. Come on, y'all.
yeah.
Pacify, yes, sir.
What are they doing right now with the Epstein Island nonsense? They got islands in the last 10 years. They've been showing you hundreds, if not thousands of islands popping up that always was there on the old world maps. And those places are occupied with black sites and everything else. They got boats that can hold thousands, like a little damn city out there, even prison ones that are in operation. They've got 2 million in the ground place and over there, not that far from Silicon, like sweat boxes ready for people to go in. I don't even want to talk about Utah, and Nevada. I want to know, with the pacification, that time period, why do they do the things they're doing? Why do they give this little pacification and so many people buy into it?
Strategy.
With the sacrifices and everything else going on.
Yeah, they can't have you focusing on that, because otherwise you try to do more about it, or you try to stop it, or defend yourself against it. So they got to keep the people distracted and from getting riled up and everything like that. That's what I feel. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
Listen to this. I know y'all reading it, right? I'm gonna let you go on, brother. Hold that thought. Y'all see Snoop said this new first copper skin mayor of Philly. Pay attention now. We had to move in '85 when I was, second year in the military. When they bombed the government, the fake ass marshals, police, whatever, gives off enemy energy. It makes me think of Lori Lightfoot and Kamala Harris when she was in California. Look, these people don't give a damn, and they're bought. They are bought. Be mindful. There's sacrifices. These big parties. Any of y'all ever been to some of these big parties around these millionaires or some billionaires? Have any of y'all ever been to them? And seen the darkness, man, and the emptiness. Oh my goodness. Ooh. So yeah, when you think about stop and frisk, When they did it in New York, it was actually illegal to do that. It's not even in the states, what you call it, Constitution or anything. It's a policy, and it was illegal. They proved it. You remember they stopped it, and they still knuckleheads over there doing it with racist connotations and everything else. So you see that, right? What she's talking about in Philly, Chicago, Detroit, all them women in the 80s coming in there for a tibula or, you know, a torn pectoral, whatever, right? And they leaving out there with no uteruses. But did anybody talk about it? You didn't hear the media talk about it. This is against the most righteous people because we have become colluded. How did they pacify us? Don't just say fluoride, beryllium, and all these other chemicals and stuff. No, how did they pacify the spirit, the soul of a people who are some of the greatest fighters? We're not warlike people. We're the most peaceful and loving individuals, but we are war. How did they pacify us with all these sacrifices, the stories that they hide? And then people want to hold on because they keep talking politics. And these fake Jews over there killing people on the land where they were, that they conquered in the 5th century, called Palestine. Come on.
They use fear.
They made it entertaining, and they got us wrapped up into it like a movie.
They use fear, but you don't have to be part of Netanyahu's created Hamas or ISIS, the Israeli IDF, you know, the Mossad's ISIS in America, because you got to see what they're doing right now. This is what I was looking for y'all to say. Every time you turn around, they go America and Israel, and when the enemy's going America, bro, this ain't American. We ain't Americans. They are creating this dystopia thought process to make us everybody's enemy, and that's not what we are. It never happened. How are they pacifying us? They put everybody into the kill box, and they got everybody running around in this connotation like, we're still. It's nothing great about our land, man, because we're not in the position as the original Republicans of the Republic, dealing out and dishing out what needs to be dealt out and dished out. How did we become 11%, 12% if we're still over 60 million people out of 300.7 or 8, whatever million more? See, this is what I'm talking about. Omar can't pacify nobody. That dumb other nigga from Dominican Republic running around in New York, you know, Sarnetta, and all them other monkeys, Quincy Jones, homosexual. No, they can't pacify. How are they pacifying? Now, y'all know I'm holding back, right? Okay. So I'm just saying, I got you. Because you're immortal. You are phenomenal. Dig deep. You don't have to go crazy. Hell, they got you crazy. How do you come out of crazy? How do you stop being pacified? How do you stop holding on to that particular place that's institutionalized? That's why I don't have a problem with religion if you actually delve into it. Because didn't so-called Jesus, or was it Peter or Paul, say, yo, Jesus, gather your coins and save them. When the time comes, purchase your swords. Get your head up out that window. Come on, brothers. Come on, my beloved ones. My sure destiny. Come on.
The book is a lifestyle, bro. You know, it's not, you know, they used it as a cult and as a religion now, and they, you know, they changed it all different types of ways. They got all these different books, so they use it as a religion, but it's a lifestyle. So what you were saying, like, yeah, you respect those who follow it because they're following our lifestyle. You know, that was
live by
written,
right to the T, right?
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I used to follow the Israelites and shit, but I knew it was some bullshit, bro. You know what I mean?
Because they were venerating too much hate. Hate is unrequired. It's a feeling based on an emotion, right?
Well, about the camp, I had some other brothers that we used to build, you know, and they were real, like they follow it to the T. Like, you know, oh, you can't work on Saturday, bro. You know, no monetization on Saturdays. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
certain holidays of the year. You know what I mean? Couldn't work on that day. You know, because I you know, I'm a painter, so I do business with, you know, some Israelite brothers and shit, and some days we don't work. You know what I mean? Some weeks they don't work. You know what I mean? But they follow it to a T, and I respect that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And they're fired up. They're fired up.
Oh yeah, they with it.
But when I say pacified, you know, in that form, they're pacified as well. Why? Why am I saying that? Because
they're venerating the Torah and the Tanakh.
And they're venerating hate. We don't need hate for order. To reestablish order, hate is unrequired. You know, I'm gonna say this on here, and I don't advocate violence, but I can take somebody's life, and I ain't nothing about hate or anything, and it's not about being Satanish or anything. I don't want to do that. But there's an empty place, and it needs to be filled by righteous, by order, by love. And sometimes you get to a place where people have love, but it's askew, it is hidden, it is misplaced, and it didn't get there on their own. Remember,
they misplaced their love with the. My bad, bro. They misplaced their love with the Torah and the Tanakh. You know, the Shabbat. You know,
they've given it to something else, right, outside of themselves.
Exactly. Instead of, you know, yes, sir. Instead of inside of yourself.
And that's why there are some people who actually break it down. And that's what I'm saying. Remember, I was saying, like you like me. I love words, man, linguistics and everything. And I love, and because I've got books, bro, that I want to read, but people will be like looking at us like we crazy when we start getting into, like, when I was telling people rim fan, people like, what's that? Is that no, that's not ring around the pole. Even the ring around the pole, that dance, you know what, you know, I know you know this. What God is that to? Ring around the posy. Yeah.
Pocket full, ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, we all fall down. I don't know, bro.
Rim fam.
Rim fam. Yes, sir.
That Star of David is not the Star of David. That has nothing to do with Judeans or Israel. And Israel is not a place. It's a people based upon Ishmael.
The god of Saturn.
Thank you. And who is Nimrod?
Shabbat.
And who was his wife?
Nimrod.
Think about Ishtar.
Nimrod's Jesus.
And how many other? Over 6.1 million names?
Man, there's many. There's many.
The efficacy behind it is beyond phenomenal, right? It's like, whoa, how they've created this stuff. Even when you say Uranus and Sagittarius, you know, Saturn and the Sagittarius, and you know what I'm saying? And then they say, well, we're going to dismiss Pluto. You see what I'm saying? It's a big
check the etymologies of those words. You know what I mean?
The caveat to it. Yeah, I mean, but most people refuse to do that. Right now, you got all these peckerwoods running around talking about the Confederate flag, not even knowing that the original was blue with white star that they gave to some other nation they built based on taking over land they once conquered.
And I didn't know that till just recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting there hating people who put the flag up. You know what I mean? Like, I was one of those people. I'm gonna tell y'all. You know what I mean? I
got a hat. I got shirts. License plates. I've been had them.
Hey, but now I did the research. I'm like, damn. But I had family members that would they would represent it too, and I'm like, why y'all? What are you representing that for? You know what I mean? They're like, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, they know the history of it. You know, I'm sitting there dumb in my own world. You know, my own, you know, out of Africa world and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
the narrative you got.
Exactly.
That's all of us, beloved. You feel me? That's all of us, man. I'm not gonna hold that back, bro. That's cool. You're aware of that. Let me see if I can pull up this one picture. I should have did blue on screen thing. I actually downloaded it and did the share, but I didn't feel like it. When Rondo come back up here, I'm gonna let him set some stuff up on here because I don't want to mess stuff up, or you know what I mean. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, keep going on, brothers.
Okay. About that Confederacy thing, something I could say that I experienced throughout my life because my mom is from South Carolina and my dad's family's out of Georgia. Growing up, going through school, when we would learn about the Civil War, I would always get like an anger building up inside of me when I would hear people talking bad about the South, you know. And I didn't know any of the stuff I know now, but it was like I would sit in class, I'd be mad, and I wouldn't know why. I'm like, these people are supposed to have been enslaving us, but I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, we've been had that.
Yeah, that's Louisiana. And there's other ones in South America. Go on, brother.
And then to come when I finally started doing my genealogy and come to find my grandfather that served for the Confederacy, I was like, I knew it, and it clicked with me.
I had a couple of Pelscans hit me with his email. General Lee wasn't. That's my relative, and that one they showing you is fake. When y'all started researching some of the stuff I was sharing to you about Chilago, Tartary, and everything like that, be mindful that all the pictures they show. It behooves you to know that they were photoshopping and all that stuff and painting in characters. When you really zoom in on stuff, they've compartmentalized and stole the narrative and painted themselves into a place that never existed for them. You see what I'm saying? So when we talk about George Orwell, we've had those individuals, Mark Twain, telling us all for a long time. You know, when you think about Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, right? They was always within the indigenous, and you never saw a Mongol because the Mongol is the same as the Pels, the Ashkenaz.
Hey, let's talk about George Orwell a little bit.
So have at it.
You know, I got the book on Audible, so I listened to it, you know, numerous times. And I didn't even know they made a movie. They got like 3 different movies about it and shit. So I watched the movie, but you know movies, bro. They don't tell you everything. You know, so but it gives you kind of a picture of what they were talking about, you know. That's an interesting book, bro. I dig that book.
Very. And you know, I showed y'all the movie. I was waiting on it for a long time and it finally came. Yeah, I was a little upset, but you know, it is what it is. And I figured probably they didn't want me to have it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
but I read something else too. I researched something that's his real name isn't even George Orwell.
No, it's not.
It's something else. I can't think of it right now. But he wrote a couple other books too.
Napoleon Bonaparte. Pardon, that's not his real name. Come on.
So
it's
I thought that was
figured out Columbus. You know, I mean,
man, everybody changes their names. I did my genealogy and I seen how many family members changed and switched their names up. I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? I don't even know my real last name, bro. Like,
no, whatever it is right now is what it is, brother. And that's, you know, I always tell people, hold on to what you have, and make it mean something.
Make it something.
You're not your name. You're not your name. You see what I'm saying?
That's why I tell the family. Yep.
You know, when we think about Salvador Zarco Hernandez, right? The so-called Christopher Columbus. And then when you pull that name up, you pull up the Negro by the narrative, a melanated, who was the actual Christopher Columbus. Why would they whitewash it? Because they had to give these Cabbage Patch and these orphans, they had to give them not just the linguist, you know, the narrative. They had to give them
their Jesus.
They had to give them Jesus. They had to give them this false power.
The motivation.
Yeah. When we think about Christopher Atticus, right? What tribe was he from? Please Google it, somebody. They want to push that new narrative because it makes them feel so comfortable on this land that they weren't even on in the 1400s or the 4th century. They weren't even here. It boggles my mind with all these people running around talking about the Creek and this, that, and Cherokee. And I'm like, y'all weren't even here in the original books based upon the 16 and 1700s. You're not in there. And all of a sudden now, we're supposed to just go, yeah, y'all in here. This is how foolish the world has become. And the Pelskins are running around bucket ass crazy, and you can't even, I mean, come on. The ship sank along. I mean, how many of y'all know that the Titanic didn't sink? And it was more or less like the Lusitania. It was a ship they wanted to get rid of. But because they had changed the names and they had put those certain families that didn't want to go to that island to create the Federal Reserve, they got rid of them. We're talking about Ashkenazis. They have no problem. If you don't want to partake in the damn system, they get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
Sure
y'all.
do.
Come on.
It said Christmas Addicts is Wampanoag.
Yes, Wampanoag. There you go. Exactly. Thank you. I had the fool trying to argue with me, and I told him, no, he was Wampanoag. I said, some people thought he was Narragansett, but I says, no, it's not the case. You know? And I believe when you pull up pictures of the Micmac, I'm like, yo, they want to say they've disappeared. No, them dark niggas running around in Georgia humping each other, and in Virginia, them Micmacs. All right? Don't get it twisted. They just don't know. Why? Because they're being betrayed on a regular. Like the sacrifices. People get into Hollywood, they want fame, and it comes with a price. The sad part is some of them don't get to live another day to tell the story. And because the way it's set up with the fake police departments and these sorry sheriffs and marshals, they're good ones, but these pathetic ones who have been instilled, who've been put in position in certain places to govern, just like the racists all of a sudden all over the damn police departments. And these foreigners, right, who are from a place where all they know is work with cartel and murderers, running around shooting and killing people and dealing with the young brothers and sisters, manhandle them like it's okay. I mean, we're supposed to police ourselves.
Exactly.
We're supposed to govern ourselves. What did I read in the governor, Behold the Pale Horse, William Cooper? And I'm reading the articles, right? Constitution. What stood out to you that alludes to the fact that the way the government's performing, the policing departments, that they are way out of the Constitution, and you're not obligated to even perform duties with them. You're supposed to fight against them, but because most times you're one person, you're not moving in groups. I was trying to get y'all to come together, but it's the complacency. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like,
bro.
Yeah, it's like frustrating. You know, we know. Well, at least we know what they're doing is against the Constitution. But you know, when you bring it to people, it's like they gaslight. It's like they don't even want to even know about the Constitution, or they don't even
Bro,
want to
they
know
don't
about
even
their
know
rights. Yeah, they don't even
They
know
don't
it.
even know it.
But
They don't know it.
It's
Back
like they
in
don't
school
care.
cops, you know what I'm saying? It's school cops.
And they just getting raped by the system, but they don't want to look into why they getting raped. So it's frustrating because it's like I'd be like, man, I'm just waiting on y'all because it's like, you know what I mean, I'm telling you what y'all need to do, but y'all don't want to do it. You don't want to come together or nothing. So it's gonna continue to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell the kid folks something?
Yeah, bro.
Something about our people always talking about like police brutality and stuff like that. I live out in the country. Ain't no police brutality out here because ain't no police out here. The only person I got to call.
You're breaking up.
Come out here. Oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, okay, you know.
So there's no reason we can't just come out together and get work done. There's nobody out here to stop you. And that's real. I ain't trying to hype y'all up or nothing. That's what that is.
I'm inviting them, man, and
y'all got to make my way out there. Yeah.
It's a lot of space.
I told y'all, more people's on my red. I'm on my way. I'm be like, yo. And then, hey, look, man, open. Let's get in here and get all this, buy everything, whatever you see. I don't give a damn. The rest of it's going in the bag and the garbage. Come on, get the carpet clean. I'm out.
Yeah.
Just like that. It's going to happen regardless. But what I'm saying is, people need to know it's not rush. It's don't move too slow. Don't lament in a corner of this fictional society too long because it will bite you if it hasn't already bit you 100 times. When we think about agent, right? An agent is a person who acts on behalf of another person or group, right? So we see that baby girl had pointed out and it's right and wrong at the same time. It's not about right or wrong, but it's right and wrong. I mean, I'm gonna explain that. She says, I'm convinced most of these immigrants that came here were and are agents. She said most, and I like that. Not the majority, a handful, maybe two handfuls. And why do I say that? Because if you want to move enemies into a position, you get a whole lot of folks that really want a better life compared to the life that has been established by the government. Okay, that's why we have expats go to the Philippines, South America. It's funny how we got a lot of folks that went down there and do some wonderful, beautiful places. They're not dealing with all the crazy. It's here because of the Cabbage Patch and the orphans who given false identities, and they run around consummating this ideology that they're us, and they don't know no better. And it's like, how do we change it? Well, we got to do some work. So I bring DM on. What's going on, beloved?
What up?
What's
Brother
happening?
Gang, what's happening?
What's
Everybody
good?
want that easy
Hello,
work.
family.
Yes, sir. But yeah, so she's right. Most, but it's not as much because most can actually allude to a couple of handfuls. So yes. Do they study us? Most people in the world partake in our culture, whether it's dress, rap, whatever, rock, wanting to be cowboy. It don't matter what it is. It's been happening since day one, all inclusion. All right? Y'all got the floor. So what's going on, beloved?
Yeah, I like how they said, like how she said most, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, like my family came from Mexico, but I've done my research and I've done my genealogy, and you know, I know who I am. So just by saying that, like, I don't get emotional when I hear stuff like that because I'm not that, you know what I'm saying? But most are coming over here and they're invading, bro. You know what I'm saying? And most so-called Latinos are racist as fuck, bro. They're part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they're here to take out people. They're here to destroy and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm not ignorant to that. I know what it is. You know what I mean? But you know, you just got to be ready. You got to pay attention. And we're here. We're on the border, bro. So I see that shit. I see the motherfuckers coming in. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But I see them, you know, I'm paying attention.
Oh, yeah, you got some of the coyotes.
Ready. You know what I'm saying?
Some of the coyotes
they
are
in
out here. They watching. Bro, yeah.
They're at the tactical shops, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm buying shit and I see them coming in like spices, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, what are they getting ready for? What are they doing? How do they can even carry?
Some
you know
of them are dual citizens.
That too. You know.
What's really going on?
Are they agents? Hell yeah. A lot of them.
A lot of them are. Not all. Yes. Because you got to remember, over the last 6 years, you know how many millions have come across? And now recently they've been stopping some of the terrorists. Well, they got more than enough of them here. Besides the government.
Y'all remember the Chinese guy I sent y'all in the chat? It was like back in the summertime when I was filling up my gas at the Shell, and I looked across the street and I seen the guy. He was recording the streets and the intersections, and then he turned and he looked at me, and then he acted like he was pretending to talk to somebody. And he would start walking around and pointing at stuff. I'll reload it up onto YouTube. They are actually here, people. It's not a joke. He had his pants tucked into his boots. He had like a plain brown blazer on and everything.
It's many nations too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the nation of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? It's many nations coming through. And a lot of them Arabics look like this. You know what I'm saying? So they can get through, you know, easily. And they thinking, oh, they from over there. They ain't from way over there across the waters and shit. You know what I mean? And those are the ones that are trying to infiltrate.
Right. Well, they've been directed to be here, and the border will be open and get them in. Because you got to remember, they not only bust them in, they've been flying some of them all over.
Exactly.
Envelopes full of money.
Yeah. And cards, because a lot of them mugs are UN soldiers.
You know, the other thing is they're able to get loans and shit, like business loans, bro. Like easy, just for being immigrants, bro. Like that's some bullshit too. Cause I got my own business, so I went and try to get my shit, and they give me a hard time. You know, excuse me.
Yeah.
But you know, the dude's telling me that these immigrants, you know, they get business loans like it ain't nothing, bro.
Hey Haas, what's going on? Haas Sizzle, what's going on, beloved? I don't say it with hate. I say it to say they want to replace us. That is never gonna happen. Mother Nature is Earth and is us. Oh, but of course, but no, something's gonna happen, baby girl. Some things are going to happen. I'm not giving it energy. It's just because there's so many others who are real ignorant in this world. I go to certain videos. I'll put in like Umar, and then I'll look at how many people watch the video, and then I'll read the comments, and I'm like, and I don't even comment. I just go, wow, that's a lot. Lost like a mother. And I'm like, whoa. I'm not going to talk to anybody about it. I'm just going to let it be. I'm going to keep that energy, you know what I mean? Disperse where it's at already. Like, we don't need to, be the antithesis to bring something else in this dysfunction, Yo, Devin, what's going on, man? What's going on? Speak your peace, beloved. What's cracking, man?
Salute. Yeah, it's a lot of. I'm in Ohio, man. It's a lot of what I know. What I start noticing.
Cherokee.
what I start noticing is a lot of the Hindus getting these like Motel 6s. You know what I'm saying? These off-brand, they collecting all of those, and then Mr. Heroes, they just like out of nowhere, just got all these Mr. Heroes. I'm like, hold on, how they just obtaining all of this out of nowhere? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the business loans, bro.
It's crazy.
They're giving it to them right away. We grew up, they says you got to establish credit first. What? I got to establish what? And now all them homes, they killed all them brothers, they created the drug problem. And now them homes, they sell them for anywhere from $1 to $100. And these people are moving in and building and fixing them. But when our people who are homeless were repairing these houses, the fake ass government, the state, came in there and took them homes and them apartment buildings from them. You see the sickness? Hey, aloha, what's going on, Tara Payne? That's one of our pals' sister over there in Australia. I don't want to say pal, but y'all know. But yeah, number love, sis. This is a sister, all right? One of our peoples, man. Respects and knows and recognize something. What was that, hun? No, not that. What was that one? Like 2 Vibe said, we ain't a killer, but don't push us. Hey, DJ. Next time I have a call-in number too, because DJ be having some good stuff. They were undergirded with a financial floor. Of course. What do these criminals do? Well, the criminals that haven't been persecuted are taken in front of the magistrate, but the government officials need to be taken in front of the judge. But we see how the Supreme, I don't even like saying Supreme Court, we see how they act upon things. They as far as the Constitution, they're supposed to act upon it with imminence. See, this is where you know that even they have been. You get where I'm coming from? You got all the Pelicans are leaning. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Supreme Court's going to hit it. Bro, they're just waiting for the right moment for things to get crazy, for the martial law. Because like I stated, man, the UN shouldn't even exist. The police shouldn't be even moving in the occupancy as they move. They don't know what part they're playing. But like I said, when you have a lot of chaos, all kind of things come out of that chaos. You see the ugly, and then sometimes, hopefully, we'll see a lot of the good. Focus on.
They maneuver us through that chaos.
Yes, very much so.
Go back to like the entertaining and distracting.
Of course.
Even those raises, those highs and those lows.
Even the dollar, bro.
Oh yeah.
Even the dollar.
Yeah. Hey, hit that like. Y'all coming up here, people watching, man. This ain't about color or anything. You don't like the truth we're speaking, you don't have to be here. We're gonna talk a little longer, y'all. Don't get it twisted, man. Ain't nobody. Hey, look, people gotta go to work tomorrow, slave, right? Well, let's go ahead and be obedient to the fact of the reality of the situation. How about that for the first time? And we're aware that some people have been grafted in and they look at us, look down on us. But how can they look down on us when it's the freaking government? We are not the government. And see, this is the thing. People say, well, who do you stand with? I don't stand with no fake ass Israel. Why would I stand with the people who went there when the 48 and murdered all them people after being there a couple of years?
The converts.
So utilize and teach the police here, these racists, the same thing employed that, like when they murdered Fred Hampton and all these other individuals. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? The fact that most people are starting to realize, even in the White Panthers and the Black Panthers and the Brown Panthers, that they were federal agents. You look at the Chinese guy that was with the Black Panthers getting all guns. He was an FBI informant. Come on, people. We can't have that in here because they'll be dealt with justly. It is what it is. It's we're in this new world order, right? Well, okay. They laid the foundation. We must act accordingly. And that's why it's good to have people like Larissa Lone Wolf, people who are studying laws, for those who are in those places where they can actually utilize that, but at the same time, you can't do it by yourself. No, we can never do it by ourselves until you acquiesce your truth. And that truth is something whole different from what's going on here. I really wanted to be able to speak on the fact of how do we get to this place? And how did people become so pacified, so comfortable? And they're not. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the dilemma and what I've been addressing for a while. How did we get here?
I know the schools play a big part of that. I know the
Bread and
schools play a
circus.
big part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when I forgot I was like in middle school when they was introducing us to like Kwanzaa and all that stuff, and getting us on that, that train.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember when they was kind of like changing the depictions of certain, complexions and stuff like that of certain people, like as far as us, the American Indian and everything, and how they would cater it to like at that point, kind of like the new immigrants coming in, like the Latinos, how they would kind of cater it towards them, get them thinking that was them, whatever. I remember we was always saying, "Man, that ain't y'all either," in class and stuff. But I see how it's changing.
Yeah, the delusion of saying this is who it is. Read the book, accept the picture, accept the drawing, the painting. You know what I'm saying? The whitewashing, accept that. And then when you're young, you're a sponge, and you got Hollywood putting up fake cowboy movies and this fake Western place and all this other stuff. Yeah. You're gonna run with that and you're gonna hold on to it because your parents aren't really paying attention to what you learn in these schools set up by the Rockefeller and the OSS and the League of Nations, now the UN and the CIA. Like, come on.
And I think another way it was pacified too was getting like the majority of us on the page of of that say like African American stuff, so kids coming back telling their parents like, yeah, that's what we learned, boom boom, or kind of like with the Jesse Jackson situation, how he coined us to African American and stuff, like because everybody's going with it, we all go with it, so it's like now that we kind of coming out of it, those people that got in it by going along with everybody, it's hard for them to get out of it until I guess everybody start getting out of it. So,
and it's not to deny people are from so-called Africa or
not to deny,
it's not to deny it. It's like there's a lot of people here who are originally from the islands of the Caribbean, and there's a lot of Caribbeans who are originally from here, and there was no slave trade. It was indentured servitude or POWs, and the punch bowl is the one they gave. Just like that one city that was flooded when there was over 20 of them. See, this is what I'm saying. They pacify people by giving one thing here and one thing there, and it's like, come on. With Debo, with D. Okay.
See, that's something that with my mother, she was thinking outside the box in the 90s or the 80s. She would tell us, "Oh, we have African blood in us," even though she didn't know. You know what I mean? Because her mother was a melanated woman, out of Texas and Mexico. And I've done the line, and we Nahuatl. She used to say we were Chichimeca, and my grandma would say we ain't African. She would like we Chichimeca. And I looked up what Chichimeca is, and that's actually a derogatory term for, there were a bunch of them, you know what I mean? But that's something that my mom would say, like, oh, we have African blood in us, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But my grandmother was always saying, no, we Indian, you know what I mean? So that was something that I was dealing with growing up.
Truth.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the truth.
That was the truth. But I didn't want to be Indian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't an idiot.
Because
Well, no,
how can I
I'm not
accept
even
something? You know, yeah.
But I never denied it. I'd always, but I would tell people, "Oh, what kind of Indian are you?" And I'd be like, "Chichimeca," and people would laugh, like, "What is that?" You know, because they don't know. It's not one of those tribes that are known. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the DJ brought up a wonderful thing, and and many of y'all have probably stated this as well. Destroying our diet, which was everything we grew, and our currency simultaneously, and replacing it with species called coins. The lay on the diet part is important to how the brain functions, you know, and the currency. We never really had. That's a proliferation of something outside of us because we were always under the barter system, which is the trading. Or if you don't have it, I'll give you this. But 2 months down the road, I may need assistance with this. It's no problem, brothers or sisters. You see what I'm saying? That's where we're supposed to be at. I'm swinging a hammer. My heart is weak. Brother, put the hammer down. We got 4 brothers that are going to come over here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this up for you. But our people don't know that because they feel like it's easier to take and put another brother's head as if it's all right. I mean, come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew.
But destroying the diet was real, and they were doing it to everybody back then. Like when they said, "Oh, the man's got to be a man and eat meat." You know what I mean? Those eat beef, and that's what a
Making
man has to
everybody
be.
cannibals.
You know what I'm saying?
Making everybody cannibals.
Straight
Nah,
up.
I ain't gonna lie, because it's been groomed in. I'm a little different, but that tomahawk. But see, there's a way.
Man, every time you post that, bro, I'm like, damn, I want a piece of that.
Man, leave me alone, man. But look, there's a way to do it, but it shouldn't be done because the trauma is based upon their sacrificing. Who remembers that crazy video that was going around in the 80s and the people got the monkey in the table that was real, beating his head and eating the brain? I mean, come on, man. Y'all remember that, right?
I think I've seen something like that before. Yep.
It was bad, but they had to put the video,
With some Hindus?
From Florida, right?
Man, no,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Come on, you Google Masters, goddammit, get your fingers hot.
So the documentary that had got me was What the Health.
Yeah.
That's what got me.
So then it's safe to say that taking us off the land is how they pacified us. Because all the stuff we talk about, you got to be out here to do that. Can't do it. It's the men everywhere.
The breakdown of the family.
Yeah,
that's one thing too.
Everybody
made the key.
Scattered. And it's no unity. Like back in the day when I was growing up, it was like my auntie, everybody used to hang out at everybody's house. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you got my older aunties, my younger cousins. It's like they just stuck. I'm like, y'all still trying to drink and stuff? You just passing it down to the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they like making it seem like it's cool, but they old in a sense. I'm 40, they 50. My little cousin's like 20, 25. And it's like they drinking with them. I'm like, man, I'm done with that. You ain't getting nothing out of it. You ain't going nowhere. So I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, Rondo, I'm like, y'all stay over there. I'm going to stay over here. Because at this point, you just going to infect me.
Nigga, not all blood is tribe. You know what I mean? Not all blood is tribe.
No, that's right. Not all tribe is blood.
Not all skin folk is kinfolk.
That one.
And I love that because some of them, boy, if you don't stop that nonsense, sorry about that. And all skin folk, yeah, it don't even matter the crayon color. It's skin folk. Hey, Faces of Death, people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember watching that. Hell yeah. They had some crazy shit on VHS. Excuse me.
I'm giving y'all the crow eye now.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
That's their plan. You know that's right.
they tied a
Basis of death. So original Lone Wolf was on it. Okay. All right, bro, you got me. I have 3 minutes and I'm sorry, but I just wanted to make sure everybody, I gave him a chance. Thank you, Original. How come you ain't up on here? Original Lone Wolf could throw out some stuff. You know, he over there by Chicago. That's pretty much where he at. You know what I'm saying? And he can really let you know some of the nonsense is going on, man. There's a purpose why they're trying to take your Second Amendment rights. You know, there's 2 states pushing to rule that besides fake ass Governor Newsom. I don't even want to say governor. That fake monkeys like Trudeau. You know, Trudeau's greatest speech in Canada. I'm not here to take your Second Amendment. I'm not here to take your guns. And first thing he did was to take them motherfuckers. It's like them some bitches over in Australia. They gave it back and they took it again. Look at Hawaii. You know, it's like, but the people are so, you know. When I express, well, it's beyond that. When I explain that they're putting folic acid, which is naturally occurring in certain fruits, citrus fruits and stuff, and they're spraying it synthetic stuff on even in the flour and stuff. You know, people don't even. Somebody please pull up citric acid, the synthetic stuff that they're applying on food that is not natural, right?
Oh
Pull
shit!
up,
I just read that.
What does it do as far as to the brain or the body? And yet, is anybody calling the bread companies and all these places talking about enriched flour and
Flour,
you know? Is anybody, why are they putting it in orange juice? I mean, come on. See, spraying it on the fruit with certain chemicals, pesticides. Like, you can't make this up, man. I mean, they've been doing it for a minute. And it's what? To disrupt our frequency for the narrative, our balance. Or do you know the benefit of humming? When you feel some kind of way, allow yourself to allow your natural frequency, that whistle in your ear, increase it to where it's comfortable. Okay, let's give it a little tea. But the citric acid, did anybody pull it up? DJ, pull up citric acid and its side effects, if you don't mind. Hot sizzle, anyone, please.
I seen that they made the. I got it up right here. It's
okay.
The synthetic version is made out of a type of mold.
Oh yeah.
It's black mold. The new citric acid is what I just pulled up.
Black fucking mold. Excuse my language.
Our bodies are not evolved to ingest citric
acid. It cannot process it. Are any of y'all aware that the potato ain't real?
It's created. Broccoli created.
And be broke down, right? I seen something about that potato like that.
They say gout comes from eating meat. No, it don't. But now they want you to eat organ pills. I mean, take organ pills. It's not that. It's the what acid that creates gout. And where does that come from? What chemicals process it? I need y'all to look into this stuff, because when you have sacrifices, when you have all this stuff going on and the blood and these different so-called your birth date and all this other nonsense, people don't know because they won't take the puzzle pieces and put them together. So what was this live about? It was about me allowing y'all to start acquiescing with different formats to put puzzle pieces together to see where you have come.
Uric acid.
Uric acid. Okay.
Where does uric acid come from? It's like you're peeing in your gut or something. Come on, man.
You get a lot
of chemicals, black molds, and come on. How many of y'all taking stinging nettle teas? Nettle, nettle, stinging nettle tea and stuff like that to help your kidney, your liver. I mean, they're not going to sit there and say that. They need you sick. They need you not to live as long as you can. They already cut your life in half. Oh, they watching. Y'all better know they watching. I'm so happy they are.
They always watching.
Oh yeah.
No, so what? Good. They only knew what I knew. But anyway, yeah. Okay.
But you can't take the food out of people's mouths, man. They won't let go of none of this stuff.
Yeah, Burger Taco Hell, Burger Kill, Chick-fil-A. Come on.
It's like they're putting chemicals in it to hook you to it, like
Kentucky
MSG.
Fried Chicks.
Right.
Yeah. from GMO ingredients and may be linked to mold and allergies. It can be irritating to the skin or the digestive system, because you know what citric acid do? It messes with your probiotics, your natural, you know what I'm saying, and can interact with medications when taken in supplement form. Exactly.
I was about to say something too, that eating is commercialized, bro. You got to eat
Allegedly.
breakfast.
Oh yeah.
You got to eat lunch. You
Me.
got to eat brunch. You
Who
got
was
to
the
eat
woman
dinner.
that created the
You know what I'm
original
saying?
food pyramid? Who was the original, the Pelskin woman that created a pretty decent food pyramid? And USDA and the government said no, and they put theirs on that was full of all this processed stuff.
Grains, yeah. The whole periodic table, yeah.
I remember that.
Nope.
They stopped showing us that in school.
During the starving times, during the Crimean War, when we were still before the Crimean War, we were taking what kind of food around the world? We were taking nothing but squashes, watermelon. We were taking the greatest end seeds. We weren't taking no monkeys. There wasn't no beef. There wasn't no beef here, no cows, no chickens, no pigs. We were taking stuff all around the world. We had horses. We had the greatest of ships, the greatest seafarers. Ergo, the term "more," which has nothing to do with reality. That's a made-up term to create a new time. We were eating vegetables, which was pretty much in the same league of fruits. And then see, people have a hard time dealing with that. What was one of the first vegetables that was really helping people? They perverted kale. Besides the okra, which could help you with your diabetes.
Okra, yeah.
And kale, most people were starting to get sick. Why? Because they realized it became part of a staple. And people didn't know that they need to start poaching it, right? That means putting the calendar and letting it steam.
Break it down a little bit.
Right. And people aren't paying attention. So one of the healthiest damn vegetables, the okra, or the red, blue, or purple, that one would help anybody with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. What's the first thing? We used to soak for them and drink the slime down. First thing they did, it's the highest concentrate of pesticides. What are we doing getting okra from Mexico? When okra grew in abundance here, naturally.
And that's crazy because, like, I came across something. I don't know what led me to it, but I came across an heirloom seed book. And that was the first time I seen, like, 3 different color okra. They had like 25 to 30 different watermelons. It was like crazy. They had all kind of stuff. I'm like, what is this? They had black tomatoes. I'm like, black tomatoes? Purple. It was just, I'm like, so where all this stuff they've been hiding from?
We used to grow them when I grew up. Yeah, and they were full of seeds. I mean, like, you bite into it, like, man, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Full of seeds. You know? Isn't it funny how we all grew up eating grapes, like Concord grapes, and all of a sudden now we got seedless green and red ones with the Concord.
Man, it's hard to find some seedless grapes. You gotta
No, seedy. I know, but where are the Concord grapes? But they want you to buy that perversion called Welch's grape.
Yeah.
Welch, a Jew. See, is people don't get it, man.
If you check all the condiments, you know what I mean? Everything's got, what is it? That little R or something, or a little K to let the Jews know that they can eat it, that it's kosher. You know what I mean? A lot of condiments. If you go look at it, they got that little signature. I don't know if it's a K or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's a K or
chips. Them Lay's chips, they got that on there.
That ain't.
You check your mustard, your ketchup, all that shit.
That stuff ain't nothing but straight up poison, man. Come on, man. I used to love me some of them damn Cheetos, man. God, dog. When I had to put them away in them onion ring, them Funyuns, man, I was hurt, man. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And Rondo left a bag of them handicapped potato shoestring thing. I read the ingredients online. I was like, bro, you don't even need to be embalmed. Man, when you eat half of them, bro, you could just go lay in the dirt, man. You be there 4,000 for a millennium, bro.
Yeah, man, it be like.
Hot Sizzle said the key thing. I put it up there. Says he's fasting. Everybody needs to fast, man. I'm eating 1 meal a day.
Yeah,
that's all. That's me. 1 meal a day, man. That's all I do.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, what was that, Snoop? What'd you say? Hold on, excuse me. Killer. What was that? Trump was banning avocados when he was in office. Yeah. Nah, Chick-fil-A selling alcohol-based GMO made allegedly. Yeah, very correct.
And when they using Chick-fil-A was using what, peanut oil at first?
Yeah,
Now they
peanut oil.
use oil.
Yeah, ain't that something?
They switched up. Don't nobody know either.
Well, look, in Japan, right? What's that green stuff called?
No, that was
Wasabi.
yeah. I seen yeah.
And you
Wasabi.
know that you can't sell that because once you chop up wasabi, I'm a chef. It don't last but a handful of freaking minutes.
And they say it costs like
Damn.
2,000 for a
They're
little.
not selling real wasabi, not even in Japan.
Damn.
I seen.
They be sitting in the fries, sitting there for hours and shit. You know what I mean? The little sushi, little packs with the
And they got
wasabi on them and shit.
everything, man. Soy.
I
is
tell
it.
people, don't eat they you go to Safeway, Food Line, whatever it is y'all have where you shop at. Do not get that guacamole. That is some shit. That's some God, man.
Hell no.
That stuff they making, man. If you on that toilet, boy, you better get an enema.
We gotta get on the land. This is too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
I was about to say, man,
Man,
we got
for real, we need to grow our own shit, man. Grow our own shit.
Producing everything from the clothes too, because
Hey, man, I might open the doors and the windows tomorrow. Talking about put a big sign. Just come in and buy whatever you see to take it. Give me $25, $50. You want the table right here? My cat scratch with a couple chairs. I paid a little $2,000. Give me $500. You have all this crap. Go up. You want the big widescreen TVs? Give me $200 for each one because I paid for mine. You know what I'm saying? I'll give me $150. They've been well used, but they're gonna last. Oh, well, that one's brand new. That's like 3 months old because the other one I had it for a while. That thing just went. But anyway, right? You want some seasonings? You want some vitamins? Then get it all. And I'll be like, bro, I'm on the road. I'm on my way, man. I'm incognito. Meet me halfway. Hand on the ooh-ah. No, you ain't. Not today, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, man. This is something, bro.
I get physically sad when I have to leave and go down to the city. I don't want to fucking go down there with these people, man. I go ahead of my business and I leave, man. I can't do it with them.
It's like when I go out, bro, I don't want to be around nobody. And the people know it. They be like, oh, man, Red, man, I hope them people get from behind Red. And you know me, I do this. And I'll say under my breath, you just a little too close there, brother. And then people will come around and be, hey, Red, this lane is open. Oh, thank you. And y'all look back and the face will be looking like, yeah, lucky for you. You did. Shoot, put your phone number in. Y'all have a good day. And look, whenever I hit on the buttons and stuff, I have my little thing out, I wipe real quick. I'm like, the camera probably watching me cool. And a lot of times I don't even want to touch nothing. I just sweep. Hey, look, they got the chip in it. Fuck it. It ain't me. Use it until I don't want to use it no more. I'm ready to start tilling the soil, getting that black stuff, composting, you know what I'm saying? Build a chicken coop, get about 12, some big ass dogs, load up, start making our own ammo and shit. Come on, man.
Yeah, that ammo going.
I hope y'all blind some of that damn black powder. I mean, the reload powder and stuff, because, hey, look, all right, we won't give it no energy, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, on the right side of the what you call it, you got this little thing. It got a heart, a little bugle, and a little 100. If you don't mind, you could probably might have the thumbs down, I don't know what's on there, but go ahead and hit that, y'all. Break this algorithm up. You know what I'm saying? Beloved, Mr. C, what's happening? What's cracking, beloved? What was that? Probably nanobots and them giraffe eyelashes. Girl, you bugging. I like that.
Yeah, the eyelashes done got out of control. Man, you know what? What's going on? Because I was tripping on that. The same thing with these women wearing them damn those what they call them, leggings. I'm like, what happened? Like
the yoga pants, bro.
Yeah, like everything just switched, and that's all they wear now.
Man, I was in Walmart when I first saw this girl that didn't have no booty. She had nothing but motherfucking like, excuse my language. She looked like the Goodyear. What's that? The Michelin, the tire man. I said, look, I says, how'd you get that shape? How's your legs holding all that up? And I just couldn't even get how her arms was as big as about the butt, and it was like this little tiny legs. And the knees had the nerve to be bent in like this. I was like, oh no.
Like the Mushroom Man off of Ghost.
I was sitting there walking behind her, I hope nothing break. And she just timber. I was like, I ain't gonna talk bad. I'm like, but how? What?
Right.
What is? I want to stay out the lane where you shopping. I don't want no. If it's some salt, I want to know which one it is. I want to put a sign up on where and say, listen, people, that's what's gonna happen if you eat that, and that. I can't. And you know, them the ones when they're young, them the ones that come, they got the big two things in their head twisted up and the scarf and they got that look, and them the ones that want to fight all the time. And then when they get 30 and 40 and they had a couple kids, all of a sudden their body do this. And I'm like, what? What is you partaking in? Y'all seen it? I was at Walmart and this one I saw had them damn yoga pants. Y'all know I did that one live I was talking about. What the yoga's meant for yoga. Yeah. And obviously you ain't doing yoga. And stop being lazy. Put some sweats on.
For real.
Nah, they ain't putting.
Walmart's entertaining, bro. Walmart got all types of shit going on.
Max V, what's going on, bro? With Titans Hill, I will allow the light to reveal the absolute reality of the vision of the black-white dogma. All right. They're not built for the battle, though. What? Well, they're not built for the battle, though. Letting virtual reality games conflict. And you know what? I'm noticing how, just to add to it, guys, I'm noticing how so many people now, and you know, I've done a couple of pictures to see, but they're using a lot of the AI shit. And now you start to see, like, if you go to YouTube, a lot of the videos now, a lot of people got AI, like somebody with a voice telling it. Like, dude, this thing is, oh, man.
It's gathering information.
Yeah, Sophia went online when 2000 what? 15,
16. Oh, I was about to say
15, 16. Yeah, and logbook before Facebook. Come on, the CIA platform.
Yeah,
I'm not talking. I'm just saying, Instagram. Also, Instagram. What is gram? Insta. See, people aren't even paying attention. They're telling them everything they're doing. I mean, yeah, I'm on it. I don't care. I think it's comical. YouTube is like a test tube. So you have test tube babies. I've served with some in the 80s, right? So now everybody's YouTube too. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? What was that? Best yoga is naked. I'm just saying. Yeah, best yoga is naked. And I went to that one in New York, and that was funny because them girls, man, they couldn't help. Oh, man, I had that one girl, man, she farted. And we naked, man. You know, only thing I saw in my head was a butt thing going. I was like, oh, and then the smell. I went all the way to the other side of the room. I just couldn't. I'm the only dude up in there. We all naked. People thought, man, Ray, you must be having a good time in there. What? I can't get no harm. Girls farting and sweating. Look, man, I gotta go up to the roof. We doing Krav Maga with some fire department guys, man. I'm in there stretching. My thing, look, I might look like I ain't got no. I mean, it's just like, look, it ain't everything what people think it is, man. Like, being naked because they had them lights in the corner. It was just perfect, you know, like the sun hitting you. And man, after an hour, man, push-ups, sit-ups, and everything, and then the stretching, and then holding the elephant and the truck and all that stuff, man, who's thinking about some booty? And then when I'm fart, you just like, that's the last thing on your mind. No, man, it was yoga. And that's why I got good at it and proficient. No, man, naked yoga is the best thing, y'all. If you can go to like Nude Beach and they got a yoga mat, get out there, man, in that sun and get the yoga-fied. You know, right now you got a lot of goofy pals who's talking about, you know, if you're a little dark skinned and da-da-da, you know, your body won't saw the sun, as if us being melanated is going to kick the sun off. No, we absorb the sun better. See, we're dealing with a world, a society of very arrogantly ignorant people that don't know no better. You know what I mean? They just don't know.
Upside down, backwards, all
that.
Yeah.
The sun is like, you know, that's like our battery, man. That's our recharger. I mean, you know, like with a battery, that sun is like our charger, man. I mean, otherwise, if it wasn't, why they so busy trying to block it?
Block it.
But they need you sick. You feel me?
That was another one they pacify us too, get us from getting unconnected from you know, putting our feet on the ground, getting outside.
Straight up.
Some
of my kin folks, because she was going through, she diabetic right now, and I was telling her, man, you gotta change your diet, and you gotta get out there. You know what I mean? You gotta get out there in the sun. When the last time you been to the beach or something? You know what I mean? Put your, you know what I mean? Got your feet in the water or something, or
yeah.
That's why I really almost need to get the AZ.
Yeah. Well, that okra, and you know, people don't want to take a breather, and hit that little water with a little lemon or lime. Get a PSH up. You know, stop eating all that damn. You know what they eat? A lot of them damn sweets. I don't care what anybody say.
Yeah,
I mean,
sweets.
look at Five Dog. Five Dog couldn't stop drinking them damn sodas. But from Tropical Quest, Five Dog, Philly, he couldn't stop drinking them sodas, man. Camden, New Jersey, he couldn't stop, man. And he used to say, you know, hey, man, we get to live once. I mean, you know, that's you know what I'm saying.
You see what Lone Wolf said?
Oh yeah, I'm about to pull it up right now.
That's why he need to get to AZ.
Hold on. Yeah, man. Haven't seen the sun in about 8 days, man. Oh yeah, but see, in that time it was Chicago, man. I'm surprised it ain't been like 3 feet of snow on the ground. I went to boot camp, man. I went there, man, and during the winter, good gracious, bro. We was walking around with folk towels wrapped around our heads, and it looked like we was mummies. Listen here, man. Oh man, that cold coming off that water. Great mistakes, Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Talking about you gotta run. Nigga, it's like fire in my lungs. Y'all know I can run, but what the heck? You gotta run, man. I was surprised I got used to it, man. Because at first I was like, man, I'm gonna get whooping cough or something. Man, it ain't no joke, man. It ain't no joke. What's that? Make a cloud bust along. Ha 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 ha.
Oregon.
Yeah. The sun always follows me no matter where I'm at. That's what I'm talking about. Of course, you know that.
See it all the time.
Organite, okay. What was that one? What's that? I was under my favorite oak tree today, and for about an hour, I was the only person in the entire valley with a ray of sunlight just for me. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I notice the sun gets bright when I'm in sight. All right, girls. There she go with that Josephied. All right, now. It's because we know Van Rock and all them guys. And, yeah, you know, I used to get down, man. Y'all know we come from that. Man, we used to be talking about rapping and breaking and all that, man. But, yeah, y'all, we got a lot of work to do, guys. Brothers and sisters. Sisters and brothers, excuse me. We got a lot of work to do. I really wish a lot of sisters would be over here as well. You know what I'm saying? But this is good. They'll see it. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, like I said, all the puzzle pieces they laid out, and it's just mind-boggling how we're dealing with a coexistence in a world where so many people are so blind. And we know the enemy, they don't want people to talk about this stuff. You know, I watched the Dan Bonagino, I watched his podcast. I watch certain individuals to see what kind of energy they're putting into everything. Because to me, they're not the greatest when it comes as far as being information. They're very political as far as the narrative of the life they've lived. You dig what I'm saying? People aren't going to break free if they still holding on to the world of lies that some of them are comfortable because, you know, they got to live that fake dream, you know, get fake rich. You know what I mean? We got to do different. We can't do nothing what they do. Remember, everything is backwards, reverse, upside down, and inverted. And if we ain't willing to set things up straight, to turn things around, I mean, and that's what's up. Remember, it always starts here. So as we started off, the sacrifices, how these fake Jews took our music, our way of life, the entertainment. They lied with history first. You know what I'm saying? To change the direction, to scope a different narrative. You know, I say the George Orwell. It's simple for people because they're aware of it now. The George Orwellian factor. You know what I'm saying? And it's a trip to me how people don't read. It's a trip. I think Cat Williams said that because I didn't watch the whole thing. I remember he said something about he read all these books. And I was like, and he went to Florida when he was 14. I remember that. And I was like, you can always tell, though people come across different. We all, you know what I'm saying? There's this marginal line that we all, you know, but it's a beautiful thing to walk. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has to walk in front or in behind. We got to walk side by side because everybody has this certain thing that this talent, this skill. But with all this competition, with all this got to be better and all this other nonsense, we're always outside of who we are, man. You know, sacrifices, the redistribution. Knucklehead something about what's your culture? Nigga, you live in my culture. The motherfuckers was living. They took our culture and made religion. Then they divided the fuck up. And they took how we were all one world, one earth. We had one voice. And they created this calamity by sacking cities. You know, that was a term used back then, right? They sacked them. You know, you know what I'm saying? And rape the women, make new babies, kill a whole lot of folks, instill fear. And how they do it? First by walking in and hey,
Brandy.
yeah, man.
And it's the
How
same.
they got the Pequot? How they got the Creek?
That's my grandmother.
You see what I'm saying? And now you got all these monkeys playing out people. The Creek was written down 100 times. They were Negroid people. The Choctaw, who are now, which we separated from and with indifferences. The Chickasaw. We were never conquered like the Seminole. No, man. How do you take the largest nation, the so-called Anahuia, the Cherokee, over 220,000? We know it was millions, but by the narrative, and then doll it out to a people that never existed, as they do today. Yeah, you can't make this stuff.
It's crazy. Everybody done heard some kind of story come across that they had some Indian in their family, or you know, like, oh, your grandmother was Indian. You know what I'm saying? And then people know that, but then they still be saying African American and black. I'm like, hold on. I had to tell my father, I'm like, you telling me my grandmother was Black Creek, and y'all sitting up here talking about black and African American, and y'all having arguments about this. What about this Indian stuff? We gotta figure this out.
How about the black term black used on us means without, less than, no melanin. And Negro comes from the word necro, which is necromancer, as if we're dead things playing with each other. Come on, man. When you break it down like that to them and say, look, we're going to look it up. Now I want you to acquiesce. Yeah, but you know, for us, it's no, for us, it's not a meaning. You are not just your name. You are more than your name. You are more than some crayon color. And then when you point out who created it, remember I talked about the so-called fake Jews that created the ethnicities and all that.
Yeah.
How we didn't have this Cro-Magnon or what's called DNA, and all of a sudden now they find the people in Africa, but we are not them people. when the oldest Y chromosome was found in what, Georgia or something like that, right? And then they just found another skull going back even further than that, millions, Negroid skull. You can't make this up. By the narrative of the Negroid, you know, we're not Negroid. That's the narrative they use to describe us.
Terms they put in terms and making up stuff and putting them on people, and that's what you are.
Yeah, and you're gonna accept it. And that's the control. That's the control BS. It's crazy, man. You can't make it up. It's beyond crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we don't allow that to rent space. You know what I'm saying? Our brother JD, we got to work with him. You know, I've been hitting people up over in this side of town. It is so hard because it seems like a lot of attorneys, people are scared of something. I don't know what it is. You know? And if you find a tip to 5 pro bono, those are people who want to make a name for themselves. It's like so many people have been grafted in. It's like sick. It's like people are easily that easily bought.
That bag.
An empty bag.
Right.
And if you need to be better than somebody else in order to be worth something, then clearly you weren't worth shit to begin with. Bada boom, bada bing.
Yep.
Bada boom, bada bing. That's, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And what was that? What was that? Worth folks are the ones always in competition mode. Damn right. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the word right there. Civila mortos. You know what I'm saying? Legally dead. That's what it is. Yes. Very much.
Yo,
that's why I say
break
that. Yeah, what's up, beloved?
No, my bad. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you need to break down to your pappies, your cousins, your brothers. And if they don't want to hear it, well, you got your own voice. That's all you gotta tell them. You got your own voice. I love to see my man, brothers, converse with much respect. Excellent. Hey, sis, we put you first. You know what I'm saying? What was that, Haas? What was that? She is hella healthy.
Back to talk about skulls. I just remembered the Calavera skull that was found in California.
Is that the one?
Calavera.
Is that it?
Yeah, they in the Paleocene epoch era or something is what they're saying. I don't know. Cootie Mayo had a video on this. That's why I remembered it.
What was
it? Skull that was the Calavera skull. It's found in California. It's supposed to be the oldest human skull ever found. 300,000 year old is what they say.
Was that? I'm trying to pull it up. I know I had something. The Civet. Is that? No, that's the Calaveras. Okay. Calaveras.
I'll type it in.
Right. No. I got it. Hold on. I think I got it. Calavera.
Yeah, Calavera. I roll the R sometime, bro.
A Calavera, Spanish pronounced Calavera for skull. In the context of Day of the Dead, is a representation of a human skull, skeleton. What does?
No, that's not it.
That's not it. Because I've heard that before when I was down in Mexico and stuff. So I know. Yeah.
It's also known as the Pliocene skull.
Paleocene, right?
Pliocene. Pliocene. It was found in Calaveras County, California.
Pliocene, right?
Yep.
If I remember right. The fossil skull, right? Paleocene. Hold on.
But they try to hide this information.
Because I know they tried to say the crystals, you know what I'm saying? But if I remember right.
Well, they try to say this was fabricated.
The Calavera skull, also known as the Pliocene skull, was a human skull found in 1866 by miners in Calaveras County, California, which was presented as evidence that humans were in North America as early as the Pliocene, because I knew it was a time period or the epoch of that period, at least 2 million years ago, and which was used, yes, but that was supposed to be like look like a monkeys or something. So we didn't have cavemen here, but I
No,
know
they said it was human.
right.
But they try to say it was monkey. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to, you know, there's a good video on it that Cootie Mail has on it. It's a good one.
I'm trying to pull it up now because I know the one that I saw was a goddamn monkey. Because when you get to the Homo rhodophonesis or something like that, when I was in medical school, that is more into the but because then they want to bring in the Australopithecus and all that other crap, and I was like, that's just too much for me. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up because I know I've seen it before. Anthropologists have found the oldest skull of one of our earliest. All right, and I'm sorry, that looked like a goddamn monkey skull to me, bro. That's man. I don't know. I'm gonna show it to y'all, man. I'm gonna hold it up on here. I mean, I'm not saying it is, but I've seen enough monkey and chimpanzees and gorillas and orangutan skulls.
Well, who put the article out?
Smith. That's Wikipedia, but the Smithsonian. They discredited it. But there's a video Cootie Mail got. It's pretty good, bro. I'll put it up.
I know I'm gonna check it out, but like I said, bro, we've always looked the way we do now. We've never looked any different.
I don't know if that's the real picture though.
Oh,
I think that's just that might be the one that they just put on Wikipedia, or you know what I mean? Like,
okay, let me
because that dude looked like a monkey. I ain't gonna lie, like for real. But
Neanderthal.
That picture does
straight up.
But see, look, there's one right now. I'm looking at one that Cootie Mail got on his.
All right, so this is the one that
show.
I keep pulling up.
That's not the one I'm looking at right now.
That's Caesar off Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that's that motherfucker, man.
Easy.
Okay,
He whispered in bruh ear.
All right. Oh man, this is that one that's all crushed up and everything.
Yeah.
Was that the one? Is that? Oh man, I can't tell what the hell that is, man. It looks like
that's what I'm saying.
But it's got some thick brows, like.
No, that ain't it either.
You sure, man? That's the one they're pulling up, bro. They got a whole bunch of them. Oh, wait a minute.
The case for the Calavera Stone, Edward C. Lane and Robert E. Gented.
Okay. High res. This is another one they gave.
Yeah, see, that's not the one I'm looking at right now.
Oh damn!
I'm trying to see if I can show it to you. I don't know. My phone's.
Well, then they got this. This is the other one they got. But even this is still.
Yeah. Doesn't even look like the one I'm looking at right now. If you look on this video and you scroll to.
No, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm not on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm definitely gonna pull it up. You know what I'm saying? And Michael, there's some videos I haven't seen of his. I've been doing my best to go through and check all of them out because I know there's some good stuff. But even they even with the policy, they're even giving a lot of descriptions about the fact of how their perception of him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This monkey nigga. And I'm sorry, that wasn't here. We came here. We didn't just we came here, people. People, you don't have to believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to know.
Well, no, I believe that. I believe what you're saying right there. I don't.
We came here.
Came from the ground up.
No. Did we?
Tierra Fuego.
Did some of our people come perverted and fuck with they women? I don't know. It's possible. Niggas is fucking niggas. I mean,
shit happen.
We're gonna change up the game. Very smart motherfuckers. We're gonna sleep with these motherfuckers. We came here, and we're gonna make a new motherfucker, and we're gonna, that Yakub, what is it called, Yakub, or whatever the fuck story,
Yakub.
And we're gonna fuck everybody up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been telling people for over 2 decades that dragons are real, and they talking about what you talking about. I said, I ain't saying nothing. What is the best thing, little T? I want to see what y'all got. If your blood pressure is going up, you feel a little numbness in your legs or whatever. What was the first thing? This is some T guys we're gonna see here. What was the first thing that you utilized that can alleviate that for the for the temporal, for the moment. What was it? Y'all going off over here. Oh, y'all got some good stuff. Herbo, matching. But yeah, please. I don't care if you Google it. What would you do? That ain't your poppy. You retarded, baby. No, breathing ain't gonna do it, man. Y'all, y'all still learning how to breathe now. Come on now.
I'll probably do like a clove tea.
Cloves.
Clove. And
blood pressure's a little
turmeric.
elevated. You feeling a little woo-woo. It could be your sugar elevated.
Can't
You
see
know what I'm
that shit.
saying? Blood pressure's a little, it's not dropping, it's elevated. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it can go low too. Could it be cinnamon? Could it be something regular going on in your stomach? Or what is it that you would lean on? What is it that you would go to?
For me, it's
What was
been
that
like
question again, Rebel?
clove.
If your blood pressure is a little elevated, okay, do one at a time. If your blood pressure is a little elevated, what in your household would you, and knowledge-wise, and this is important, what would you go to bring your blood pressure down naturally without
Meditation.
Okay.
You said it, right?
But I'm saying, what would you go to? Would you get down and do some push-ups with your blood pressure high? You want to black the fuck out and be laying on the ground? What would you do if your blood pressure was a little high? What would you do to give it a little respite, to bring it down for a moment?
Nobody better say smoke weed.
That'll have you fucked up, especially the shit they growing now.
I try to take a moment and stop and try to like to just calm.
That's what I mean. I'll breathe. I'll do breathing techniques.
All right, everybody, one at a time now.
My bad.
Nobody's wrong here. It's not about being wrong or right. What? Because this is about tea. Goddamn Google if you got to. I don't care what you got to do. If you haven't had the issue, when the issue comes upon you, you'll know what the fuck to do. Excuse my language. Y'all should know how I am by now. We're gonna go out with some tea. We have many things that we can address, and we can even bring up to another podcast maybe later this week. All right, because this stuff, we can really get viral in this. And I know I wanted to spark your interest in something different, but also I wanted you to be able to empty your mind. But right now, I want to know, for the brothers and sisters, what would you do when it comes, hold on, guys, when it becomes high blood pressure? That's the first one. All right, baby girl's throwing up a lot of information, but let's give it. I'm sorry I didn't keep up with y'all. She put up, y'all can tap on that for those who can. Hope even threw up something in there. Okay. So y'all pay attention up in there. So what would you do? What was that? Prefrontal cortex is wrong shape, convex. I know. But we got to find the right picture. I'm going to go on and check out the video tonight when I climb upstairs, y'all. Why the blackout Herbo? What happened with that? Mr. C, what's up? Herbo, what happened? Oh, it comes up a little differently. They ain't dinosaurs. Yeah, there ain't no such thing as dinosaurs. Turmeric with a little black pepper will take the white fat and turn it to yellow fat, so your body can get rid of it. And also it also assists with the flare up of arthritis and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Anti-inflammatory, yeah.
So Haas, yeah, that's important to do the breathing work, right? But yet we're talking about cayenne pepper. All right, excellent. That's one, but that's good for your heart, especially if you feel like which blood pressure brings you into a field of stroke or a heart attack. Cayenne pepper, excellent. Dandelion tea, excellent. I want to hear from here. Come on, there's plenty of stuff. Pomegranate, excellent.
Time.
No, DJ, sell legit. I wouldn't advise it to everybody that's something like me. I had to build up my system. My baby girl sent me some because at first, when the first 3 days I took it, I was excellent. Then all of a sudden, I had this reaction. What it was you can't do Shilajit all the time. It's actually like goddamn like steroids. You cycle on, you cycle off. With me, because my body reacts to everything different now, I can't go into it. But anyway, y'all paid attention to videos. So I have to be mindful when I'm utilizing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can skeet across the room, so I don't, it's not like I need it, but I like things that are beneficial. Cat claw is decent. So is horse, what's that stuff called?
Horsetail.
Horsetail. But I want to know what you got in your house right now.
Cat claw.
Would you whip up some beans?
Damn, what the?
Would you use
Whip
clove
up some beans.
with some clove?
Okay, I got some clove.
All right. What is green tea good for, even though it's got caffeine? And we're talking about like real good tea, green tea, like Japanese.
Chocolate.
Cocoa, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I use that.
Dark chocolate. And don't get that Rembrandt shit, because that shit's got that stuff in it. You don't want to mess with that.
I think I got
okay.
What the hell?
You definitely don't want no salt, but there's nothing wrong with a little magnesium, because magnesium is a form of salt most people aren't aware of. But with your blood pressure, if it's spiking high, basil, cinnamon, and ginger, excellent. I would not mix them together though. Celery seeds are beneficial if they're raw. Fennel, green tea is good for the immune system, but also for the blood pressure.
Garlic.
What happened?
What about allspice?
Huh?
Allspice.
I never even heard of that. This is for everybody. We need people to really grasp.
It's kind of like cinnamon. It's kind of like cinnamon.
Huh?
It's kind of like cinnamon or clove, kind of like.
Oh yeah, I never heard of that. And I'm a chef.
Yeah,
wow, I'm not looking at that.
Hold on, what did I didn't catch it? I had to restart it.
Allspice.
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 Oh, I never even thought about that, man.
Yeah, that's why we put on my oats in the morning.
DJ, 70% is good. Make sure you know what chocolate you're getting, though. But I would prefer 85. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Logistically, just being logistic. You know what I'm saying? Garlic is exceptional, people. Even though we know too much garlic is a bad thing. Garlic, regardless of what Dr. CB said, I think he was smoking a little too much by that time in his 80s. But I'm just saying, it's still got a benefit. I would say if you're going to have garlic, get minced garlic with a little olive oil and maybe a little manuka honey in it, just for the flavor bar, because you know it's going to have, you got real honey, it's going to have a sting. And chew it a couple of times, swallow it down, let it get in there and do its thing. Because that acidic helps to break down and bring that, you know what I'm saying? So definitely that.
I do cilantro and parsley. I drink.
Okay.
Liver.
Okay. That's beneficial. That's beneficial.
Metals too.
Which ones? Rose petals? What'd you say?
No, I said pull out the heavy metals.
Oh, yeah. That's what it does. Right. Cilantro and parsley removes heavy. As somebody who was put on clonazepam, that's one of my things, the juice. And wheatgrass gets my stomach like sour, like copper pills. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the blood pressure, we want to stay right there. You know what I'm saying? What was that, Haas? What is sun grown? Two glucose. What was that, brother? Weed tea. That's old, man. Even original tobacco used to help. The tobacco today, unless you're growing it and you got the real stuff, they got so many chemicals on it. That's the reason why people's blood pressure go up. It's not natural nicotine. You know what I'm saying? What was that one? What did he say? No African chocolate, man. Leave the brothers and sisters alone over there, man. Goddamn. Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to say something. We ain't over here to beat up on nobody. Just the enemies, and all of them ain't our enemies.
But that's another crazy thing when you be seeing they be like Swiss chocolate, the best chocolate, and I'm like, they don't even got any cocoa trees up there.
This shit's coming from here, but they're getting the best thing. It's like the oranges. Remember, Japan was getting the best oranges, and we was getting the crap coming out of the sunny state of Florida. I was like, when I found that I was in the military and I went to Japan, I was like, hey, man, y'all got some good looking neighbor oranges full of seeds and everything. Come back in Florida, I'm like, I want to eat these. I'm about the Florida tree. Man, y'all can take them damn oranges. I was drinking Tropicana at that time, just trying to, I ain't know no better. Man, they had the glyphosate and all that. All that stuff is intentionally put in there, man.
Yeah.
Glyphosate. That raises your blood pressure. See?
Don't they put that beetle stuff in that orange juice?
Salac.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They put it on. Now you got to appeal on certain things, Bill Gates. People now are fighting against it, but I wonder how long it's really been there. They want people to believe that it's the salt and animal fat, and I'm here to tell you, animal fat will create some plaque, but the thing is, it's the chemicals that's fucking everybody up. And we gotta know a way: cinnamon, dark chocolate, a shot of vinegar. You gotta be careful with that now. You know what I'm saying? If you're using barges, from what I've heard, I'm not saying allegedly. You don't want to go ahead and start popping anything like sugar, citrus, how you pronounce the word? Well, citrus like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You can go ahead and juice you a stick of celery if you're not blacking out state. Another thing to help if your blood pressure goes up, do some push-ups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get where you gotta exasperate your muscles like trying to do pull-ups or chin-ups, but get down, do some push-ups, or go walk for about 10 minutes. Don't hyperventilate yourself because that will raise your blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people hyperventilate, like when I'm doing yoga and I do like the 60 deep breath thing, people get lightheaded. Blood pressure goes up. You see what I'm saying? We have to share these things, and together, this being shared and even researched and put in practical use in the nation is so beneficial. That's why I'm saying, I know it's hard to let go of something. No, I literally can walk out of here right now and not turn back. It's not because I hate it. I love this. It's I make it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, no, man. Together, man, phenomenally, we move.
As a unit.
It's not even a unit. Remove that term. As a nation.
Yeah.
As one people again. You see what I'm saying? No indifferences. No need to even bring in that energy. For if there's indifference, maybe the person needs to go back to where they were at and then recircumvent, renavigate their situation and their awareness of themselves. Then when they're ready to walk back in. See, we have allowed everybody to create our narrative. Yet we've given them everything.
Right.
And we've really asked for nothing. And the moment people ask for something, we're needy and this, that, and the other. Oh, we don't have racist money. Oh, shut up. See, we allow our people to fornicate with these liars in their inaptitude of ignorance. What I say early on in the first half hour, we're dealing with a world that's got a lot of ignorance in it. And how do we make them aware? Well, we have to walk a different way. So blood pressure, there's many different things that can help. Okay? And that's what's important, because what's going on. And people's blood pressure is a little elevated. The stress, is everything going to go down? Is the internet going to shut down tomorrow? Is the bank's not going to? Because you got to remember, there's some places where people can't even withdraw $1,000.
Yeah.
Without going through some damn, like they got top secret clearance. I mean, like for real, man. And they're just giving it away because they want everybody to be angry. When go deal with the damn government. Don't come messing with us. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other thing, what about those of you who might be suffering a little bit from gout? And that was the uric acid. What would you do to alleviate that? No. They must leave the shoelaces alone. Being hard-headed now. Come on now.
I'm not sure.
God damn it, Google it.
Definitely fast.
Now, I have the friend of mine from high school who I grew up with, wonderful brother. But I told him about taking the 2 or 3 okras, cutting the top and the bottom, soaking them in a little water for about 5 minutes, like where it starts getting slimy, and keep sipping on that. And when we're coming, just keep sliding on it. And he did it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, He was like, man, how'd you learn that? That's one way. Because you got to remember it's uric acid. And a lot of the chemicals in the water will raise the uric acid. I'm saying allegedly, unless you go ahead and pull it up. Okay? Because, you know, they want to give you the medicine, the petroleum-based.
Yeah.
Synthetic stuff. And that's not our answer. You dig what I'm saying? Got to remember now, cherries, all right? No, I mean,
Ginger.
I'm looking at something else because I got some other stuff. Well, turmeric, come on, guys. Inflammation is what is gout? It's inflammation, right?
Inflammation.
Yeah,
A lot of things.
What is arthritis? Inflammation, right?
yeah.
Yep.
So black pepper, which has pectin, right, with a little turmeric, right? Tablespoon of turmeric, right? Shot 2 to 4 ounces of water, all right, warm, and a couple pinches of pepper. One.
Don't
Come
the
on.
black release the chemical reaction with the
Get you some apple cider vinegar. Get you 8 ounces of warm water. Put you in there about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and a little bit of lemon juice, people. Y'all supposed to know this stuff. Come on, guys. Okay. There's plenty more. What was this one? Here's I wanted to.
Garbanzo beans is good too.
Oh yeah, garbanzo beans, of course. Oh heck yeah.
I love
Remember,
it.
about
remember
ginger?
they always saying ginger's also a good one. You know, they're always saying, yeah, if you want to get protein, we don't need to put protein in our body. Our body produces protein based upon the minerals. See, reason why we get gout, reason why we have all these flare-ups and this, that, and all this other stuff is because not just the chemical toxification, it's the dietary inquisition. The lie of it. You know? Yeah, DJ. Exactly. Avoid purine-rich foods, definitely. And that's what we're addressing. Ginger will help. CB was right about getting the mucus out, always. You know what I'm saying? Juicing, period. Beet juice is decent because it opens your arteries and stuff. Well, yes. Pomegranate seeds. Yes. Physical, it's good to get out there and walk. If you jog, get a light jog. Be careful on your knees, run on your toes. The thing is, even broccoli, which people go crazy about because broccoli rabi is the original plant, which don't look like the broccoli you see today. Broccoli that we see today is like everything else, made big to be, but it still has some benefits, just like cauliflower. And cauliflower is meant to believe that it don't have benefit. I'm here to tell you it does, especially if you can, mix it with a couple other things, like you get some chia seeds. You dig what I'm saying? Spicy brown mustard, horseradish. There's quite a few things. But these things are important, people. They're so important that the children should know this. Your aunties and uncles who may have forgot because, they didn't have pawpaw or mama, depending. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff that is eminent, and it should be, practiced and spoke about, and even cultivated and utilized. You know what I'm saying? Yes, broccoli is, so it's not really all that man-made. It is like corn. We made fucking corn. Oh, watermelon. That's another one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, here we go.
That's the perfect one.
AKA fruit. Yeah, bro. I can't. The smiley faces and stuff don't pop up on here like that, bro. What was that? You are water. Water is emotionally clean. All based upon the carbon. The carbon, we're a little different from everybody else, but based upon the carbon, the water is not what you think it is. It is HO3 and heavy water. So it's not necessarily water.
What about our spring? I got an artesian spring spot around the corner from me, so I'm always drinking artesian.
As long as you don't have no seeping or no leakage from outside sources, going into that artesian well, yeah, you're good. You know what I'm saying? I would make the best of it and not say nothing to no goddamn body.
No, it's a place that sell it.
Huh?
They get it. It's a place they sell it. They sell the water.
Most bottled water has whether from 2 to 9 different PFASs, and it's not what they say it is. Any of y'all ever watch them take all the waste, the poop, and reconstitute with chemicals and stuff, and put the water right back into the, and there's trillions of tons of fresh water in the ocean. Hell, when we're in the ships in the Navy, we drink better water than y'all do here. Coming from the ocean.
That's another thing they make us fear, though. You know what I mean? Here in Arizona, they telling us we out of water. You know what I'm saying? Though, let's knock that Hoover Dam down so we can get our water back. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm so tired of that fucking Hoover Dam. I wish there was a real super nigga that would fly into that bitch. But anywho, yeah.
So I do berry smoothie too. Berry smoothies. I do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, blueberries. I was waiting for somebody to say some goddamn blueberries and some black currants and shit like that.
Yeah, I do blueberries, strawberries, and I do dark cherries and peach, and then I pour coconut water, and then I also add
cucumber,
ginger.
Ginger, of course, yes. Well, this is important because a lot of people right now, other than people having heart attacks, are dealing with high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And the first thing they want to do is go get that goddamn purple pill and all that other crap these motherfuckers got. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French. These people, God, Red, you know better. These people have. You know what I'm saying? We have to change. What was that? Grow all that hurt. Yeah, that's right.
Cucumber. Yeah.
That's right. Brainberries. Coconut water, potassium, people.
Yeah, magnesium too.
And magnesium.
Bananas.
Ganejos. Said I come and me want a ganejo. Said 1 ganejo, 2 ganejo, 3 ganejo, 4. Let me stop. Okay, let's take me back to that commercial. Nothing but a coconut. Anyway, yeah.
I noticed they don't sell the wild berries like that. I mean, they always frozen.
Yeah.
Wild
berries. Yeah. What was that, Snoop? What'd you think? Yes, all those can be grown here. Another one, y'all popping up. Oh, buzz them dams and make Cali an island again. Exactly. Yeah, I keep telling people Cali was an island, just like Mexico, but people think I'm crazy. I'm like, okay.
That's why Utah's saltwater. It was the Bonneville, what was it? The Bonneville Ocean?
Flats, the Bonneville Flats. It rains, it gets wet there in some places. Yeah, that's where they go and do the speed records and all that kind of stuff. Bonneville salt.
That's why there's salt. You know what I'm saying? Because once there was water. Maybe that dam that we was just talking about is what's holding it back.
Well, they get salt from Lake Erie too, up under there.
And there's something they call a Himalayan pink salt, as if it was Mongolian when it's Hindustani pink salt.
I seen somebody was saying some of that salt that pink salt got heavy metals in it.
Yeah, well, because they're stripping it. They say raw and all that, but no. Getting salt without iodine is crazy to me. Because salt's supposed to come from underwater. Okay? You ever see those guys that dive into the Red Sea and they scoop out that shit and bring it up? Like these people, they kill you. That water, you actually lay on it. It's like laying on the wall. And they cultivate it. But then we get these people who process it. So they strip it of the iodine, which comes from the fungi and stuff like that. Kelp, seaweed, and all that kind of stuff, which is a natural occurring thing that's beneficial to the salt when you harvest it, like our ancestors used to. But these weren't, Morton and the damn names. They strip it of its essential mineral. Salt in itself, because it's manganese, and there's different kinds. They got to make it so where it's tasty, but the benefits of it are lacking and more aqueous of harmful, because they say it's a preservative. It's not so much that it's a preservative, it's that it can quickly dehydrate certain foods and stuff that still will hold the contents when you want to rehydrate by making soups or stews. Those who want to eat like a lot of fish and stuff like that. But yeah, they strip it, they radiate it, and all that other nonsense because they know what they're doing. We like what's his name stated. We have to be growing our own shit, cultivating, and how are we gonna do it when you're all over in different places, talking good? That's not the answer. Excuse me for yawning. You dig what I'm saying? Any of y'all hit them hearts and them 100s? Come on, y'all. What's going on, man? I shouldn't have to even say that. This is probably good. They don't tell you about what's that? The Afghani pink salt. Yeah, yo. Walk through those fields in Afghanistan in uniform. Not in no uniform, with you walking target just to get dead. I ain't with these dumb one that gotta fight everybody. Pale skins and these Negroes that starting to act like them. Come on, man. Not me. Not all pale skins, excuse me. But I served in the military, and some of them just dumb and racist. They don't tell you about the glass fields in the desert as well. Yes, green glass, as far as I can see. Exactly. The obvious one knew. But anyway, what was that, baby? Strip the iodine so folks can get it out, gout and thyroid issues. Exactly. And apples have iodine as well. I'm not gonna put that up there, but yeah, brother, I'm gonna pin that. Yeah, the world is a pretty place. Was that? Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. You know. Anyway, hey, look, guys, we've been on here, man. It's been pretty good. We can carry this on for like weeks, y'all. There's a lot of stuff we didn't address because I just wanted to have an open topic, but I wanted to bring something too, because the sacrifices, the music, and everything is about how we've been conditioned. Everything they hear. You know, the last part, you would say, well, we'll have talking about gout and high blood pressure, which is symptoms problematic based on symptoms because of the you get what I'm saying? And a few other things. We need to have this correlation of respect for one another and to build on things, even if we have to research it. Hey, Google it, man. Do what you got to do. See what it's saying there while the information is still privy. You dig what I'm saying?
Research the research.
Yeah, and we got to stop believing that we have to allow the bullshit because we have a new generation of young people, not y'all, who are willing to enforce based upon their grooming and conditioning because we got a lot of dumb Negroes out here who don't know no better. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really need to be together, and I shouldn't have to be asking 100 times over and over and over. Okay, real talk. And for those who come in the chat, I didn't put my cash up because I didn't want to drive y'all crazy with that. It seems like that might be hurting people's emotions or something. I don't know. But yeah, man, this has been a good one. I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast, man. I hope it's been all right. You know, there's so many things we can discuss. You know, look into that story about the pale skin brother who picked up the naked woman running, who said what was going on, and when he went to go and see what it was, you know, he had to lay down some people and come to find out when he was checking them to see, he was dealing with some agencies. And that is an issue that we're dealing with in this world today. And another thing I want to say, for those who need something to give a little inspiration, read about Simeon Motoko. Okay? There's actually a picture where he shows where they cut his heart out.
That's what I'm reading right now.
Simeon Motoko? What was it? The I can't read it. The Negra, I almost saw it. What does it say? The Negra sent beyond. Did I say that right?
You put me on this book.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay, God, dog, man. I'm looking at the screen trying to figure out because I can't hardly see it. Man, one of y'all probably can see it better than me. You should say it, son. God damn it.
I'm like, your guess as well as mine.
She said, "Do a Go Red fun." You funny, baby. All my brothers in the canyons. You already know. Look, we waiting for the rest of y'all to get over here. We just got to get all stuff being lazy and get it all together. It ain't got to be about shooting. Just get together and hang the fuck out and be like, yo,
Real
y'all.
shit.
And get people over here and be like, yo, man, we just did some incredible shit. There ain't no P. Diddy's and no Jay-Z's here, man. We ain't got to worry about that because anybody come like that, they're going to get their money. Yeah, they're going to. They're going to need a GoFundMe.
Like I said, you got to call the sheriff.
Yeah. I come on through, y'all. It's just the way it is, man. It's different. When you get here, it's different. And the people who don't want to see the different and embrace it, those are the ones that run all the time. Trust me. They run away because it disrupts their little world, their little fictional world, to which I don't give a fuck about. See my friends. But anyway, we're going to shut it down. Any last words, brothers? Sisters, y'all got to come on here, open your damn mouth, and stop being some cowardly.
Much love and respect.
An ascension.
Yep. Peace and gratitude.
To the kin folks, get about them cities, and to the foreign invaders, it's a trap.
Big time. Big time. Shut damn right.
Real shit. Oh, I said much love and respect.
Okay, I thought that was you. I was like, because
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Hell yeah. No, love is gonna be the answer. It don't matter how it manifests itself. You know what I'm talking about. In a pure form.
Exactly.
We don't need all the other shit. We don't need nothing. We don't need hate and all that to move and operate. I hate that word.
There's only one type.
No,
There's only one type of love.
there's only one type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, man. We don't need nobody to tell us what love is because it's not even about mutual respect. It's beyond that. It's beyond any label, man. It's like vibing. It's like beyond vibing, actually. It's like, it's order. It's order.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It literally is. Man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all can shut off when you're ready. I'm going to go ahead and lock it down, get some last words. And yeah, I'm tired. You know, I made it 10:27, beloveds. Man, shit. You already know. You already know. Yes, sir. Anyway, guys, hey, ladies and gents, for those who stuck around the whole the duration, I appreciate y'all. It's a lot more, always a lot more I really wanted to address, but you know what? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. We're not here to beat up on anybody. We're addressing things because the things are coming out. But my thing is, we have to save ourselves by saving one another. And we have to assist and help each other, and that's not monetary. We know when we need to say something that we know when we need to say something that is needed. Sometimes because we feel some kind of way or we think it's not always the best opportune or the best time to address certain things, especially when belief, I think, is a process of being unsure. We have to be stern in our predicament. We have to be fluid in our situation. We have to be knowing. That means knowledgeable. Damn, that stink. He just took a poo. Huh, dog. That's fresh kitty litter. Good gracious. Anyway, right? My apologies. And it's not about crayon colors. It's not about fake ethnicities and races. People need to snap up out of it. We got to come together because a lot of things that are happening, they're happening because we've allowed ourselves to be inoculated with the fake world. Certain group of individuals in a certain position have established. We got to free ourselves. And most people who get compromised, they're not willing to be honest because they know that they'll end up at the psych ward, broke, their lifestyle destroyed, and to them, they'll be the talk of the town. Sometimes you got to allow yourself to be the talk of the town. You got to be broke. Sometimes, you can't let people have leverage over you. Those are the weak individuals. And like the grand experience, the grand experiment that we're living, those are the people put over everybody. And they're not over nobody. we have to come together, not just metaphysically, but we have to come together physically. Because where those numbers are great, where one or two gather, okay? Love is the way, man. And I ain't talking about go out there and be like, oh, Johnny, I still like you, bro. No, nigga, no. No. Yeah, no. Mm. I'm talking about an all occurring love that's like a vacuum that sucks you in and will never let you out. And you don't have to express it because you live it. Okay? And I appreciate everybody coming in, man. And it's nothing but love and respect. And Ronald, was you able to? I couldn't record it because I got to free up some space. I'm not gonna buy another witch call. If you did, I appreciate it. All right. But nothing but love and respect, everybody. I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to have a grand night and get some good rest. I'm about to go in here and turn everything up, unplug everything, head up here, put my PJ bottles down, get my humidifier, and I'm gonna get me a good at least 5 hours strong, like a quarter of sleep. All right. Again, number of respect, number of love. And that's the one time I'm gonna say namaste, motherfuckers. Y'all have a grand fucking evening. This is wonderful.